down? Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. That shit look good. It's clean. Like a whole different damn person in the face. Hair do something to you, don't it?
Oh yeah, you already know.
Oh, when I pull my hair back and slick my baby hairs down, you can't tell me shit. Nothing. Come in. Keys. Hold on, my phone on me. Hold on.
The light is still right there.
Okay.
Still not sure.
No, it's not. I'm live though, baby. Take bro to work and try to get a picture of you. Gonna drive your car. Or you gonna drive the other car?
She need to drive mine.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh, okay. Well, you can just put the keys back there. But you didn't even catch my thumbnail, bro. I must have to send it to you.
Yeah. You gotta send it to me.
Oh, it's so cute. It's so cute.
Can you pull it up? Can you put? No, you can't pull it up. But you
I
send it
can't
to me.
pull it up. Yeah, I'm gonna send it to you real fast. Hold on. I ain't gonna lose nothing. Hold on. Let me see.
Hold on. I just seen the thing show that we was live. So look, I see it.
What?
Party
Read it.
favors anyone?
Ah, me
Party
too.
favors anyone? That's fire. Yeah, that's that battle rap song.
Look,
Party
that was
favors
that was
anyone?
that was off the dome. Party favors anyone? Cause you know Hun Favor had that text message going on.
That's a factual, and that's the topic of the night.
Hell yeah.
What's good, y'all? If y'all rocking with us, press the like. If you press the like, thumb up in the chat. Let us know is you here. Represent. Definitely want to salute you. Salute it.
Right. I
Okay,
love the little
2 likes,
salute you be
one
doing. I love that little
person.
salute you be doing. I love to start
Yeah,
doing that.
that's my job.
Once I show my pretty face, I start salute these people.
hmm That's my job. I made that up. I was out. That's why I'm doing. That's my signature sign out on all my channels.
But that's what's up.
Little man, what's good?
Little
What's
man,
good,
what's
little
good,
man?
fam? Hey, did you guys get a chance to see the moon tonight? Come in. Come in.
Let me go outside and look at it now. I'm gonna step outside in my war room. Don't worry.
You might can't see it, but it is so fucking pretty outside. The moon is beautiful. It's huge. It's low to the ground. It's unusually large. It's crazy. You gotta watch the watch the
Is it a
video.
full? Is it a full? Is it a new moon?
It's damn near full moon, but the thing is unusually close to the ground, and
Okay.
also it's orange, super duper orange.
Okay. Like,
And it's funny
I can.
because my nephew called me like, Auntie, run outside. I'm down there feeding the dogs. Run. I'm thinking something going on outside because you know me. You know, but just say my name. I'm running. So he like, I can't hear you. I had AirPods in, and then he said, "Do you see the moon?" And these pictures he sent me they look like Saturn. Samson, what's good, fam?
Yeah, what's good?
Hold on, let me try to. I'm gonna pull up Brady's text messages so I can read y'all this message when it's time for me to read it to y'all. How's everybody doing? We got two up in here.
Yeah, we got two up in here with 3 lights. That means somebody came and left. So we like that though.
Oh yeah, it's all good. Came in and dipped.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Yeah, you right at the beginning, Brody. Trust me. You're right at the beginning. You seen the thumbnail? Did you see the thumbnail?
The thumbnail sick, ain't it?
Yeah, tell us about the thumbnail. When you look at the thumbnail, what you thinking, Brody? What you thinking when you see the thumbnail? Tell me what you thinking.
You good, baby?
You,
Good night,
you
baby.
know we gotta do some investigating. We gotta do our private eyes. You know what I mean?
Love you, baby. Be safe. All right.
Come on now, I'm gonna give y'all time to talk. Yeah, full life. Everybody coming in following suit. I love that. As we grow, as we grow. Somebody covering Bree Bree. Yes. We covering Bree Bree. I mean, we got the eye spot on Bree Bree. You feel me? We got that magnifying glass out. We looking at Bree Bree right now. That's what's popping.
Yup. We on her
Favors
tonight.
anyone? favors, anyone? So we going
Anybody
back
looking for any
into
favors?
yeah, thanks.
Look, in the beginning of the case, they
Mm-hmm.
said that Bree was actually the one that brought the party favors to the party, like
Mm-hmm.
the pills. They said she brought the pyramid and this.
Exactly.
And I thought about that tonight, and I said, we covering the case where the party at, but we just taking a brief intermission right now because she wasn't on the lineup, but I felt the need to talk about her like she been on me all day today. And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
damn, I need to cover Bree. So I went back and I played her MTV video to hear what she was saying. Well, she didn't say much at all on the interview for
Mm-hmm.
MTV. But then I thought about her text message, and I thought about how when I finally realized what she was saying, what she was really saying. And I got so much to say about her message because it's crazy how it all unfolded. So I wanna first talk about how I perceived her message. I'm gonna put it on the community wall too. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'll put it on the
Mm-hmm.
community wall real fast for y'all to read real quick if anybody want to go to the community wall. But I'm a I'm funny, right? So I'm a writer, right? I'm a writer. So when I write how I speak typically, but I use correct grammar, pronunciation. Like I use I do everything sentence structure wise. I'm doing it how I would do it if I was writing for a paper, like a paper, college term paper or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm writing, even if I'm text messaging, I find myself putting quotation marks in the right place because punctuation means everything. Because if you don't use proper punctuation, the sentence can lose its structure. When a sentence loses its structure, it can change the meaning of things. You ever got a text message you didn't understand what somebody was saying to you, and you had to call them and say, "What are you saying?" Because they're talking to you about something, but they're saying it, and it just don't make sense to you. How it reads it makes sense to you. And I'm kind of over
Mm-hmm.
analytical too. So I realized I had a problem with text messages because my sister and she writes as well. When she's texting me, she does it in shorthand. She just be texting. And for me, I need you to tell me where to stop reading your sentence because I can read something and I can take 5 or 6 different things from one
What up?
text. So I need people to help me. What's up, Evie? What's up, baby? So I need somebody to help me with some sentence structures of punctuation because if you move a period or if you move any kind of punctuation in the sentence, it loses its structure. Trust me, I give y'all so many examples of that shit, but just trust me, it's weird. So for me, I have to see that, or I don't know where to stop reading. I mean, I can pretty much guess when it's changing, sentence is changing, but punctuation is everything, and also slang. These kids will have like LMO, laugh on my ass, like laugh on LOL, laugh out
Mm-hmm.
loud, LMO, laugh my ass off. Like this, the simple ones
Mm-hmm.
I know, but when these kids get to saying, in my opinion, like MIO, I always forget what that is. I know it means in my opinion, but
Mm-hmm.
nobody really says in my opinion when they're speaking. But people use that IMO shorthand all the time. And I'm like, but you
Mm-hmm.
guys don't never say in my opinion. So how the fuck am I supposed to know you're saying in my opinion? MIO is in my opinion. I don't understand that because MIO is like shorthand for saying in my opinion. But if you never say that to me, how am I? Hold 1 second.
Mm-hmm. Let's get it, yo. Evie, we see you.
Okay, so with all that being said, and Evie laughing at me because she know I don't understand that little shit. Because when you younger, when you younger, y'all use a whole bunch of
Mm-hmm.
that stuff, and I don't know what the hell nobody be talking about because I'm not really. Listen, don't leave nothing for me to guess. If you leave anything for T Slay to guess, I'm guessing forever because my brain never stops processing shit. So with that being said, I only told y'all all of that because when I read Riri's text messages, the first time I read her messages, I didn't know what she was saying. I legitimately didn't know what she was saying. So it actually took somebody who doesn't use punctuation to explain to me what she was saying. Literally.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody that texts me all the time and they don't use punctuation. None whatsoever. Never. And I'm like, what's up with your punctuation? I don't even know what you're saying to me because you don't use punctuation. So I'm going on to let you guys know that Bree's text messages were so profound and it had so much information in them. But because people were spinning narratives and not really explaining what was going on, people didn't understand them. So with that being said, I want to read, what up, Gwen? I want to read the text messages that River sent to somebody named Favor, which is the reason why the thumbnail is saying party favors anyone, because you know when you go to a party you take party favors like balloons and hats and shit like that. But people also call drugs party favors as well, and we don't know who took party favors to this alleged party where Kanika allegedly was drugged, right? What's up, NYC Angel 55? What's popping, baby? So with that being said, I had a lot of thoughts in my head tonight, and I was supposed to be covering Shamaya, but for some reason, Bree been on me all day long. So I went to her MTV Live, the MTV special with MTV or whatever, and I played that. But there's not really any value in what she said. She was very calculated. She practiced what she said. She spoke very little. She spoke very generically, so she really didn't give a lot of information in that interview. So I said, you know what? Damn, that interview, that was for the public. This text message stuff was something that she was trying to read, was trying to be slick about, and people took it out of context. They didn't understand what she was talking about, right? So what I want to do is set the stage for y'all, and then I'm going to read the message that she sent to someone named Favor, right? Okay, so before I start to set the stage and explain what I think it's saying, I'm just going to simply read what it says, give you the correct time, and then I'm going to go back and I'm going to read it again. And then I'm going to start, hey, baby, and I'm going to start explaining what I think that it's saying. But it's not really about what I think, it's about what it's saying. And I didn't understand what it was saying, but it took somebody, like I said, that spoke shorthand, that didn't use punctuation, that really broke this down for me, because I overanalyze everything. I always overanalyze. Ain't shit simple for me. You can say something so simple to me, and I'll stop in my tracks and be like, what you really asking me? Because you could ask me something simple, and I'll have 5 answers, and they'll all be 5 answers, that good answers, but it's not what you're looking for from me. So I have to simplify shit. Yeah. So without further ado, I'm gonna just read the text message exchange. I'm gonna give you the UTC time, and I'm gonna give you the time for Central, which is Chicago's time. I'm gonna tell you what time it was in Chicago, and tell you what the text message actually says. And I'm gonna also post it on the community wall for you guys to read it. Okay. So it's September the 9th, 2017, and the time is 4:30:08 a.m. UTC time. Okay. UTC time. To keep it simple tonight, and I'll explain it another time, you have to take off 5 hours off of UTC time. Now, this is the reason why you take 5 hours off, guys, because in most regions of the United States, with the exception of Mountain Time, everyone spring forwards or falls back. Mountain Time does not change, but the East Coast, the West Coast, Central does. Mountain Time does not change. So depending on what time of the year it is, if you spring forward, you're 3 hours. If you fall back, you're 2 hours. So during that time, everybody falls in back. So California and like New York are always 3 hours apart. That never changes. But if you're in mountain time, it never moves. So your mountain time gets closer to you. But I don't want to get too complicated about it. But the bottom line is Chicago is on Central Time. Just know that. So this time is 4:35:05 UTC time. So this means 11:35:05 p.m. because you have to subtract 5 hours from UTC time to get the time in your time zone. And really, it's a universal timestamp. It's called Greenwich time. It's about the prime meridian, and it's maritime laws. It's really technical, but to keep it simple, just know that it's 5 hours off for this time of the year. All right. So it says at 11:35:05 p.m. on September the 9th, this is the message that Bree sent to someone named Favor. First thing Favor said, I take that back. Favor spoke first. Favor spoke at 4:30:08, which is 11:30, and it says, "What happened when you went?" Now remember, now listen to what I'm saying. Listen really good to me. What happened when you went? I won't even break it down right now. I'm just gonna read it. I promise I ain't gonna stop. I'm just gonna keep on reading, not break anything down. And then Bree 5 minutes later and says, "Not yet. I'm finna get in the car with Kanika and go park her by her house because you didn't know the bitch had a donut on the car. And then at 11:35, a couple of seconds later, within the same moment, Faber said, "Ah, she in her own car, and she knows she had a donut on it when she said they can see it." And then Bree said 3 minutes later, "Yeah, I guess she ain't even tell me. I just noticed it myself. In that hotel in Rosemont, I don't want to be driving on the E-way like that." And then here's the narration from the police. Approximately 3.5 hours later, Bree sent a text message to Faber that they cannot find Kanika. She also describes Kanika to be drunk at the time. The conversation is as follows. Now, let me just read. I'm sorry, y'all. Now, it is 9:05:43 a.m. UTC time, which that means it's 4:05:03 a.m. So from 11 to 4 o'clock in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
Bree says, when the lost Kanika, the drunk. So I don't even know what the fuck that means. It says when the lost Kanika, she drunk and can't find her. I guess she was trying to say we done lost Kanika, but she said when the lost Kanika, she drunk and can't find her. Then Faber said, "Find Kanika," and laughed and said, "I can't believe y'all lost her." And then Bree said at 4:07, "Bitch, we done searched this bitch from top to bottom." Now, I know that was kind of choppy, kind of weird, but I wanted to read it exactly the way they wrote it. Whether they made a grammatical error or not, whether they made punctuations, they ain't had no punctuation. They got all this weird shit going on. But now I'm going to go back. I'm going to analyze it from the top to the bottom to give y'all what I think they're saying. At the top, the first thing Faber says to Bree is, "What happened when you went?" So Faber is asking Bree, "What happened when you went?" To me, this is indicating that she's asking about when you got in the car with Kanika, what happened when you took her wherever you were going to take her? What happened when you went? They're disregarding Kanika as if she's not in the car. And I'm going to tell you how I know that Kanika's in the car when they say what happened when you went, because I'm going to tell you the next thing she says is going to give you the indication that she's talking about both of them. And then
I ain't with you.
Bree said, "Not yet. I'm finna get in the car with Kanika and go park her by her house." So Faber said, "What happened when you went?" And Bree said, "Not yet," meaning I didn't go yet. I'm finna get in the car with Kanika and park her by her house. At this time, Bree has located Kanika. She's in her car. She's obviously inebriated and unable to drive. And she's talking about taking Kanika and dropping her in front of her house, driving her and putting her in front of her house. And then she says, "You didn't even know the bitch had a donut on the car." So she's saying you didn't know, or she's saying I didn't know. I don't know what the fuck she's saying, but she says you didn't know. Now, sometimes when I'm texting somebody, I be meaning to say I instead of YOU, I say you, and it comes out saying you instead of I. And I'm pretty sure the I and the you might be beside each other on the fucking phone. I don't know, but I'm just telling you the mistake that I make a lot. So that could either mean you or I, but I don't know. But I'm going to say she says, "You didn't even know the bitch had a donut on the car." And then Favor says, "She in her own car." Now, I want y'all to stop right there. So she's asking Bree, "What happened when you went?" And Bree says, "Not yet. I'm finna get in the car with Kanika, park her by her house." And Favor says, and then she says, "There's a donut on the car." And then Favor says, "Oh, she's in her own car." So let me tell you what I think she's trying to say. When they called Bree and told Bree that Kanika was in a car, what they were gonna do with her, they didn't know what car Kanika was in. I felt like when she got to Kanika, she was in her mom's car with a donut, and Faye was under the impression that she might have been somebody, because she says, "Oh, she was in her own car." So now it's like she was like, AW, like wow. And then Bree says, "Yeah, I guess she ain't even tell me." She ain't even tell me. Now, I don't know who she would be in this situation because it ain't Kanika. She ain't tell me what's on the car. Shit, Kenika sitting right there. You see the donut. That's how I know she's not talking about. She's talking about somebody else ain't tell her something. Then she said, and I just noticed it myself in that hotel in Rosemont, and I don't want to drive on the E-way like that. So now Bree is telling Favor that I'm taking her to park her by her house. There's a donut on her car, and the hotel is in Rosemont, and I'm not getting on the expressway like that with that car with that donut. This is
Hey, so
exactly
right
what
there,
this is
sis.
saying. Uh-huh.
Hey, sis, and another thing right there
Mm-hmm.
is she was saying she finna take it to the house, right? So she was gonna take her to the hotel, but the donut on the car. You feel me?
Uh-huh.
And also, what I heard earlier was into a hotel out Rosemont. He ain't say it to Crown Plaza, which is good because remember they went to a it was a first hotel they checked first with Leonora. That wasn't at Crown Plaza.
I'm sorry, my phone rang and it cut you out. Say it again, baby.
I say, remember, they said they're gonna take her to well, Brie said she was gonna take her out to one of the hotels at Rosemont. They wanted her to take her out to one of the hotels at Rosemont,
Right.
but they didn't specify which hotel, which is good because the Nora went to another hotel at the beginning. You know where the police tried to arrest her the first
Correct.
time, which explains it, puts it further away from Crown Plaza, and then somehow they're getting involved. And I'm thinking still because it's the sister companies, like hotels real close, work together. You know what I mean?
Right.
Everybody, the whole city owned by Rosemont, they super tied in, crazy stuff. You know.
That's it. Right.
Yeah.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. So in this text message, it's simply a conversation going on with Bree in Favor. Clearly, Bree was under the impression that she would be taking Kanika to a hotel located in Rosemont. But when she arrived to where Kanika was and saw Kanika in the car and noticed the donut, she second thought it and said, "No, I'm taking her to park her by her house. I'm not
Yes.
driving on the expressway with the donut because I'm not getting on the E-way like that." So, what this is indicating to me, based on context and what I'm reading, not adding anything, taking anything away, there must have been a conversation held between Favor and Bree at some point because Favor asked her, "What happened when you went?" So you indicates you and Kanika because Kanika's in an inebriated
Mm-hmm.
state and she can't communicate with you. So you're talking about
Fact.
her like she's not even there. And Bree is clearly by herself. I'm gonna get in the car with her, park up by her mama house, by her house.
Mm-hmm.
So this is indicate that it's just three people involved. Favor and Bree on the phone, and Kanika is in inebriated state, and she's in her mother's car. And
Mm-hmm.
Bree was gonna drive her to the hotel, but when she got to the car and saw the donut, she decided not to drive to the hotel. So now Favor was like, so she's in her car, almost like they didn't know who the fuck car Kanika was in. This is what this is saying, y'all. So you can't take
Mm-hmm.
anything away from that. That's exactly what it's saying. I'm a person on the community wall
Mm-hmm.
for y'all to see it because this is exactly. I wish you can read it again. I don't understand fast. I will, sweetheart. I'll do it just for you. I'll do it again for you. Hold on, guys. I had a request to read it again. Absolutely. Samson.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So this is what I would assume. I can't just definitively say that the conversation started in person with Bree in Favor. I just know that they had a previous conversation because Favor said, "What happened when you went?" So asking her what happened when you went means she must have known Bree was going somewhere, and she was asking her what happened when you did go. And Bree said, "Not yet," meaning I didn't go yet. I just got to Kanika. She's in this car, and it's a donut on this bitch, and I'm not driving this car to Rosemont. Now, everybody automatically assumed it was Rosemont PD, like I mean Crown Plaza, because they said Crown Plaza was in Rosemont. But
Mm-hmm.
now you guys know that the Marriott O'Hare is 2.5 miles away from Crown Plaza Hotel, closer
Mm-hmm.
to the O'Hare Airport, but 2 miles from Crown Plaza. So now we know
Mm-hmm.
that if you don't know the area like that, you could easily assume that hotel was in fact in Rosemont because of the proximity of where it was in reference to the O'Hare Airport. Are y'all following me so far? Is everything making sense? Because it has to make sense to y'all. Because when you understand this text message exchange, you're gonna understand that Bree was with Kanika at 11:30 at night, and Kanika was fucked up and unable to communicate, and definitely
Yeah.
was being spoken about like she was the third person unable to communicate.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all gotta take this part in because this is one of the most important
And
parts
what
of
night
this.
is that, sis? And what
This
night
is
is that?
this is September the 8th at 11:30 p.m. The
Mm-hmm.
same time everyone said she was leaving her fucking house with Monifa. We now know Monifa's nowhere around, and it's just Bree and Kanika. Now, let's talk about how she got to this place. We went over this series in sequence, and we explained to you guys that Monifa and Kanika went to the party out west. Monifa led her somewhere where some guys snatched her, and she was missing all night. All day Friday, she was missing. Now at 11:30 at night, Bree has finally gotten to Kanika, and she's in her mother's car, and she's unable to drive. And they're trying to figure out where they're going to take this girl to. Apparently, Bree must have initially agreed to go to the hotel. When she got to the car and found the
Mm-hmm.
donut, she declined and said,
Yeah.
"I'm taking her to her mom's house." That's all this is saying.
That's what I wanted you to. That's the point I wanted you to say. I was waiting for you to say that.
Correct.
That that she initially agreed to take her to the hotel until she saw the donut on the car, and then she said, "Nah, I'm finna take her. I'm
Talk
finna
about
take
her
her to her
house.
mama house." Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but all right, and then I think it gets worse after that, though, right?
Yeah, it's gonna get worse.
Yeah,
Because first, because
yeah.
first of all, reality needs to set in for everybody that's listening. So this means that at 11:30, Kanika was not leaving her mother's house on Friday at 11:30, which we've discussed that with
Mm-mm.
you guys. We've
Yes.
explained to you that she didn't leave the house at 11:30 on Friday. She left the house at 11:30 on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
We told you Kanika was left at a party out west, and Irene put her in her mother's car. And they called me Bree, and they also called Monifa. Monifa say drop in front of her house. Bree agreed to pick her up and drive her to the hotel, a hotel, not Crown Plaza, just a hotel. That's all we know right now. Now we
Mm-hmm.
know it's the Marriott, but let me explain to you how everything got messed up in the beginning. In the beginning of the case, everybody that read this message automatically assumed that Bree and Kanika left the crib together because of this text message because she's not going to get in the car with Kanika. And everybody said, "Oh, she left the house with Bree." No, she didn't. Look at the UTC time. The UTC time tells you that it's 11:30 on Friday. She left the house with Monifa, not Bree. So if this was a Friday, where would Monifa be if she left with Monifa? Where is she at right now? Because she
Mm-hmm.
left the house with Monifa. So where will Monifa be? Because Monifa should be with them in the car with them too if they left together, right? But they're not
Mm-hmm.
because it was a lie. Bree
Mm-hmm.
wasn't nowhere around on Thursday. Bree is the driver. She agreed to drive Kanika to the hotel, a hotel somewhere near Rosemont.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I gotta explain to you guys. Marriott O'Hare is because it's called O'Hare because it's near O'Hare Airport. It's in the city of Chicago, but we explained why they call it the Marriott O'Hare. We talked about this. So now hopefully the dots are connecting. So now we have a 24-hour time span. What's up, Royal Golden One? We have a 24-hour time span in which Kanika's been gone for 24 hours. And now they're finally with Kanika in her mother's car and don't know what to do with her. Someone suggested taking her to the Marriott. Now, I don't know who that someone is, but this
Mm-hmm.
is where I think Teresa comes in. So I'm going to say it again for the umpteenth time. I do not think Teresa had anything to do with Kanika dying. But by morning time, by the morning of September the 8th, Teresa was aware that Kanika was missing because she never made it home that night. This is 11:30 on Friday. So Teresa knew Kanika was also missing. Now they're trying to decide where they're gonna take this baby to, right? So now Bree said, "Shit, I ain't going to no, I ain't getting on the E-way like that with no donut." Let me be clear about this. I do not think Kanika had passed away yet. I do not believe that at all, because her body and the crime photos do not indicate that she had been dead for that long. So I do not think she's dead at this time. So let's be clear about that. Bree was
Mm-hmm.
not driving a cadaver from Chicago to Rosemont. That's not what she went to drive a dead person home to her house. That was not happening, y'all. So please keep this shit in sequence, so that if anybody wants to go behind us and listen to what we're saying, they'll understand that I'm not saying that Brianna was driving a dead girl around. I didn't say that. I'm not saying that Teresa had nothing to do with her daughter dying at this point. I'm not saying that. I'm simply saying they were trying to figure out where the fuck to take Kanika. That was it. They didn't know where to take her. That's all I'm telling you. And Bree don't want to drive to the Eat On Expressway with that damn donut. So now
Mm-hmm.
they're
But
just in limbo. Now we have like 4 hours later, and then she's telling Favor, "We can't find Kanika." Now, what y'all think that means? We can't find Kanika. That's code word for we done dropped her ass off.
mm-hmm.
She's off of us now. Job is done. Job is complete, Favor. She's wherever the fuck she going, but she ain't with me no more. And it happens to be 4:30 in the morning, which is the time
Mm-hmm.
Teresa said she got that fucking call. From guess who?
Mm-hmm.
Bree.
Mm.
So after she dropped Kanika's body off, Bree did call Teresa. Yeah, she did. Look at the text message. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Now, I'm not making this shit up. I'm reading exactly where it's coming from. Now, since this case has been going, in the history of me hearing anyone speak, as many platforms as I've hopped on, like I'm a little Kanika Jenkins thought. I guess I'm thoughting for Kanika around here, hopping on everybody's page, trying to help Kanika. I've never heard anyone explain it this way before, because I don't think anyone understood this shit before. But guess what? We do. We over here, we do. So now what we have here, y'all, is not a failure to communicate. We are communicating very damn well. And
Mm-hmm.
someone called Bree because she could drive. So after that shit went on with Kanika out west, they needed to get Kanika from the west side to get her some damn where. And guess what was happening on Friday night?
Mm-hmm.
Tiffy and Irene's party at the Marriott, not Crown
Mm-hmm.
Plaza. And that is where they took that girl.
Very well put.
Period.
Very well put.
So while Bree is pretending to have her little hands clean and been given all this favor, quote unquote, she dirty as shit. And she was communicating with Teresa. That's the reason why I said I think Teresa knew she was being taken to the Marriott, because I think the play was to sue the Marriott. Leave her out there by that pool, in that alley, by that dump, wherever the fuck they had her. Because outside of the Marriott gate, right there is a dump in an alley back there. Leave her back there, and then somebody finds her and say, "Oh my God, Kanika got raped or hurt at the Marriott," and they were going to sue the Marriott, but something went horribly wrong. That is what I believe if this to be. I believe this text message exchange kind of supports what I believe took place. I'm not taking anything out. I'm not putting anything in. I'm simply telling you how I feel this stuff went down based on what I found, true information, listening, going through stuff, digging through people's
Mm-hmm.
statements, listening to what they're saying, and piecing this shit
Mm-hmm.
together. So if can't nobody see that this girl was fucked up by 11:30 on Friday and unable to drive, then I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. So how in the fuck would she be walking through Crown Plaza on Friday
Mm-hmm.
going into Saturday morning with her
Mm-hmm.
friends
Mm-hmm.
if she couldn't drive just an hour and a half early? She couldn't even drive.
Mm-hmm.
And furthermore, where's Amaya and Monifa? Well, I'll tell you what.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you what. Maya's headed to the fucking police department with her mama to tell. in just a few hours. So just as Bree calling Teresa about Kanika missing, Maya at the police department with her mama making the report.
Mm.
So is anyone slowly seeing that this was already in progress prior to us even knowing anything? That this shit was already rolling, the ball was already rolling at this point?
Very factual. Factual truth.
Now, y'all, I just exhaled for the first time. I hope this is making sense. I'm hoping this is making sense. I pray this is making sense. Because at this point, I don't want nobody to think that we over here making up stories about this deceased young lady. Because if anybody think my crazy ass been doing all this talking, all this lecturing, all this research, and all these channels, all this stuff I've been going through to tell y'all some lies, on what grounds am I lying? What would I gain? As
Hey,
motherfuckers
sis,
can't go ahead.
hey, check this. So with this, I want the people to know that this, like, no, everything you saying right here, this ain't new. Like, soon as I heard it, soon as I understood that it wasn't her in the video, I went back to all these things we heard and it started making sense. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So that's what I'm saying. With you, not I ain't listening to you to understand on this one. I agree already with this. What you saying here, yeah, this is what I see going on. You know what I mean? It's the only way it makes sense. Cause you still this why I read in the hold up, yeah, because it's gonna come back to. Cause somebody had to still talk to who is that her. She didn't tell me it was a she. She didn't tell me pretty much the donut was on the car. So somebody who put Kanika in the car is what I believe that got in touch with Bree Bree, told her to come drive Kanika. And then they didn't tell Bree Bree that the donut was on the car. Now, how in between that did the thing get worked out about them dropping it to the hotel at first is the biggest case, is the biggest thing. I don't know who would it be. Matter of fact, I do know who would do it. I know who would say it. Damn, I know who would say it.
Oh, oh,
Cause
oh.
it would be Monifa, cause she the one who Hey, well, let me tell you why, sis. It'll be Monifa says because she the one who can't go to the hotel. This put her out of it, and she the one who was last with Kanika before all of this happened. So everything everybody doing is a reaction to what Monifa did. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Irene and her cousin and her sister them carrying on the back to put her into the car, which made them like they're helping, but still the accessory for not making sure she's fully straight. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And then now Irene calling I would say Irene calling Bree Bree. You know what I mean? Irene calling Monifa up. She got it's some they call each other this. This got to be a three-way call. This got to be a three-way call.
Right. Now, hold on a second.
Mm-hmm. This got to be a three-way call because Monifa ain't there. Irene was there to drop off. Bree Bree ain't there right then though. Because when Bree Bree get there, she's just seeing that and she ain't got nobody to talk to but Favor.
Yep, y'all just keep chopping it up. Give me a second, boo. Just keep chopping it
Yeah,
up.
yeah, I know. I'm analyzing in my head. You know what I mean?
All
I'm
right.
breaking down by myself. If she was hurt, why not take her to the hospital? Yeah, hey, bro, check this out. The reason why they won't take her to the hospital is because what already happened. Something already happened that they don't want to be known that happened. You see what I'm saying? So they don't want to take her to the hospital. You see what I'm saying? Because they trying to find a way to get out without with I guess with the less scars as possible, but they end up getting the most scars. You know what I mean? And that's how
Mhm.
the devil work. Say, nah, you could just do this. Use your knowledge. You could just do it. Use your instead of doing what you know to do right. You know, keep telling you to do something else, and you keep getting deeper and deeper. You know what I mean? They had it. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. Yeah, they scared. Yeah, because they know that something gonna come back on them, so they not trying to let people know. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
They trying not to let nobody know. Why you think Bree Bree would come and drive? You see what I'm saying? Hey Bree Bree, come on, Bree Bree. You know what I mean? We need you to take her and park her, and then a vote had to happen to take her to the hotel. Now, did Irene stay into that vote of the hotel of the party of that happening that hotel? I don't know. I don't know
And
if she had more to do with just than just putting her on her back. But she could have, cause she was stuttering too.
right. And look what Samson said. If she was hurt, why not take her to the hospital? Well, you
Mm-hmm.
gotta think about let's just think about this for a moment because that's a really good question, Samson. Like, check this out. What kind of hurt would she have been if she had been? First of all, take her to the hospital ain't finna get you no money. I believe it was for money. I think they were going to leave her at Marriott to look to sue the hotel. That's what I
Mm-hmm.
personally think. Let's just think about taking her, taking her to the hotel. I mean, taking her to the hospital, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
come in.
Go ahead.
Um, hold on.
Mm-hmm. We take it to the hospital.
Check this out. Take her. Let's look at that, but let's just analyze that for a minute, right?
You need to go to sleep like right now.
Then we get questioned about what happened, especially if it's Bree Bree coming. Bree Bree definitely ain't agreeing to go take it there and be the one to have to
Like,
go
like
there and answer the questions, and then the police have to talk to her.
There you go. That's what I was about to say. I was about to say, if hypothetically, if a couple of guys did do something to her, like violated her, you got to explain all of
Mhm.
that. You got to explain how you found her. You got to explain how you got her. You got to tell them,
Exactly.
determine what DNA is in her. Where did it happen? They just weren't finna put all that heat on that house or that party house they was at. They weren't finna put no heat on that house like
Mhm.
that. They said, "Come move her ass. Come get her." We headed to the party at the Marriott. Y'all need to come get her. She'll
Mhm.
take her too. Leave her ass in the alley. Now this is where I'm just running through the
Mhm.
ideas in my head because I don't know where they exactly left her at. But I damn don't know
Mhm.
she didn't go to Crown Plaza though, and that's a fact. So that's what I think. So when I'm trying to figure out why take her to the Marriott, why would they stop at the Marriott? Because the party was at the Marriott. That's why. That's the only reason why they went to the Marriott because the party was there. No other reason. Take her there, make it look like it all happened at the Marriott. Get the heat off the people at the party out west. Make the hotel responsible for what happened to her. Teresa gets some bread. It's a win-win-win for everybody but Kanika.
Mhm.
Now that's pure speculation. That's pure
Yeah.
speculation. But think about it. Think about what we learned about the Dr. Oz interview. Think about when they said they went to the hotel looking for Kanika, and the police can't arrest them because nobody knew the Kanika was missing yet. So the police report hadn't been made yet. So now we know they wasn't even at Crown Plaza because it was 6 something, and we know at Crown Plaza knew before 6. So you got to just kind of remember everything that we learned thus far in this series. You have to remember everything. You can't be the kind of person that'll listen to something one
And
day
forget, you
and
gotta be
can't forget it.
retain.
You can't. Because if you don't remember what we said before or you didn't catch it, you're gonna be lost.
Yes.
And that's what we're trying to prevent, people being lost. See, people have been lost and confused for years. This is coming up on her 7th year being deceased. Her birthday is coming up in a few days. It would be really nice to get her story out and people to understand what happened. And then when you realize what happened, I encourage you to go back now and watch the videos, listen to the
Mhm.
interviews, and pay attention and look at stuff. And then you'll be like, fuck. You'll be like, wait a minute. Damn. That wasn't that girl. Damn. Maya really was at the police department at 4:40, 4:30, 4:45 in the morning on Thursday. I mean on Saturday morning. Damn, she did leave the house on Thursday with only Monifa. Damn, she was with Bree Bree in the car, fucked up already. But all of that stuff will start making sense. And that's all I want. Y'all. That's all I wanted, y'all. So Bree Bree's little segment wasn't gonna be a long live. I just wanted to give you guys that little piece, that little solidifying piece, for you to understand what role she played. Now, it's another thing about Bree Bree that I'm gonna tell y'all that really blows me about Bree Bree.
Mm-hmm.
Bree Bree and Maya. Let's talk about Bree Bree and Maya. They walk into the hotel. Bree Bree is bending corners and getting the hell on. They go right. Bree Bree goes left. Bree Bree goes up to the room. She gets the keys from one of the girls and immediately goes out to the car to get some out the car. And then she comes back. She goes out again and she comes back. And she goes out again and she comes back. Every time anything going on with Kanika, Bree Bree is leaving the hotel. She's never around when nothing happens to Kanika. Maya, same thing. I had my head, well, we ain't got to Maya yet, but she was like, I had my head down and I felt a foot kick my foot. And I looked up and Kanika was gone off the bed. I went in the hallway with her. She sitting on the ground with her head between her legs and she didn't want to go back in the room. So I left her in the hallway with Monifa. I thought Monifa could watch her. So then you got Maya still saying, I didn't take her out and I never left her. Bree Bree saying, shit, I wasn't in the room when this all went down. They keep taking Bree Bree and Shamaya away from this story. And they're doing that for a reason. Because they weren't with her when she got snatched in the beginning. That's why they won't put those girls in that shit. They played their role in the reenactment piece, but they were not involved when that girl got hurt. And that's just point blank and period. Nothing else to talk about. It's what it is. And that's why they weren't really implemented. That's why they wasn't indicated. That's why it was always Monifa and Bree Bree going at. I mean, Monifa and Irene going at it, going at it, going at it. Why? Because I'm gonna tell you why. Because Monifa left that girl at that party, and Irene them found her and put her in that fucking car. And after Monifa left her at that party, Monifa never seen Kanika again after that. After Bree Bree put after Irene put him in the car, I'm about to say Bree Bree. I mean Irene. When Irene put her in the car, they never seen her again after that. So they saying shit, bitch, you left her in the hallway. That's how she got fucked up in the first place. But shit, y'all had her last when y'all put her in the car.
Exactly.
So now they just bumping heads. Nobody's blaming Bree Bree. Nobody's blaming Maya at all. It's always the two of them beefing and going at it. And I figured out why. Because they both was with Kanika last. Both of them was with Kanika last. That's why they talking about.
Hey, check this.
Go ahead.
Yeah, check this. No, but you're right. That's why they beefing because she know because she. That's what how I know. That's another thing right there. The reason Monifa know that Irene left Kanika in the car. That's how we know they had to all be on that phone call because Bree Bree got there.
Mm-hmm.
Monifa know that Irene left her,
With Bree Bree.
but Bree Bree don't. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And really,
But
Bree
yeah, go
Bree, the
ahead.
bitch, the Bree Bree is the bitch everybody should be shaking down, but they not.
Mm-hmm.
Because in all actuality, Bree Bree had her last, but she's never
Mm-hmm.
been blamed. Never been
Yeah.
blamed at all.
And then that's the thing. See, the thing right there, sis, is that that might not even be the end of it. Cause when you dump off Kanika there, it's no telling who she gave that body to. That
Well,
girl.
right, but
People
all
could
we
have
know is
still used her.
Kenneth Tart said he lifted a soul when he choked her.
Now think about that, sis. Now was that before or after? Because we know that they still went to the Marriott at the party as well.
Right. So so okay, check this out. So Bree Bree would have had Kanika at 11:30 on Friday. By four
Mm-hmm.
o'clock in the morning, she telling Favor they can't find Kanika. Around that time, Kenneth Tart, Rayshawn Mitchell, them all at the Marriott walking around that goddamn pool doing that live. By that next
Oh,
morning,
sis.
mm-hmm,
You remember that live by the pool, right?
yeah.
That's the one you talking about, right?
Yeah, high off that lean, nothing but Irene. Remember he said that? Something that lean and
Yeah,
nothing but Irene.
yes. And then what they said about the girls, about we swimming, but we ain't swimming in that water.
We swimming in coochie or something he said, didn't he?
Exactly, right there.
Yep. And
Sis,
then y'all
what
don't
time is
forget.
that live?
I
Sis,
can get
what time is that live, sis?
I can get you that live. I can get you the time,
Yes,
but check out
please.
what I do
Go
know. I got
ahead.
the time on. That next morning, around 10 something in the morning, Kenneth Tart texted, we still out. We still out. And by 2 o'clock, he went live again. And the people was like, did y'all kill that girl? So check this out, y'all. By 2 o'clock p.m. on Saturday, yeah, check this out. When Kenneth Tart and Rayshawn Mitchell went live and said that and somebody in the comment section said, did y'all kill that girl? And he said, we ain't kill her. I just lifted her soul when I choked out. They were asking him on the live, did y'all kill that girl? And this was at 2 p.m. on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So we know fuck well they found Kanika body way before some 12 on Sunday. Cause remember what Peas and Killer them said?
Uh, Saturday midday.
Saturday
That's what
midday. You better goddamn
exactly.
say it.
So then at 2 o'clock, that makes sense when somebody texting on their thing. Did you kill that girl?
Cause the
If
word
so,
was spreading. The word was already spread
facts,
throughout the hood.
facts, facts.
The word was out, bro. The word was out. And the streets always talk. Yup. And Carla, yup, all of that. Now y'all see how this shit is falling together? Y'all see how this shit falling together? So now we got proof that Peas them knew Kanika was dead by midday. By 2 o'clock, people on live was asking about Kanika being killed, or the girl being killed, or whatever girl they was talking about that was being killed. And Teresa them playing like they walking around the hotel looking for Kanika. They all running around like they looking for Kanika. Come the fuck on, man. Y'all come on with that. Quit playing with us.
Ruby already called you
And told
way
you what was
before that.
Ben told you what was up. But here come the trick bag. Here's the trick bag, y'all. When they took that baby to the Marriott, somebody moved her from the Marriott. And Teresa
That's
them thought she was at Crown Plaza alive. I feel like
yes,
that, y'all.
yes, sis,
They
sis,
Go ahead.
sis.
Go ahead.
Take it. And that's why they questioned the dude in the Crown Plaza. Did your brother or somebody talk to
There,
Kanika?
there you go.
Because
Right.
remember, they said that she left with somebody.
Yep.
And he wanted to come to a party. Remember, he was coming to. What if he was going to the party at the Marriott, not at Crown Plaza? See
Absolutely.
what I'm saying? You see, everybody try to make it the party be at Crown Plaza when we know it's a party at the Marriott. You
Yep.
see what I'm saying?
Cause remember what Lil Meek said to the girl in the elevator? She died around 12. The girl said, no, she didn't. She walked around the hall. She was in the hallway at 12 and then or something like that. Well, she died around 1 or whatever. Let me tell y'all something. I don't care what nobody say. The housekeeper is Little Meek Avenue. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. We'll put him in on the interlude before the series is over with. I run down Little Meek ass. I done ran him down any damn way. I got his real name and real information. And it ain't no motherfucking Little Meek. That's his street name. Cause I looks for shit. I don't stop till I get to the bottom of the shit. And let's just say Little Meek is one of the bottom of the motherfucking barrel. That nigga is a crab, a shrimp. He down there, a crustacean. He's a bottom of the barrel ass dude. Trust me when I tell y'all that. And he is the liaison between the street shit and the hotel and security.
It says also it's something else that when you was reading that I gotta talk on, but I
Go
gotta
ahead. You
let you
remember what?
read
You
it
remember what it
again.
was? I gotta read it again,
Not,
or you
I
remember?
gotta let you read it again. I need you to read it again.
No problem at all. No problem at all. I got you, boo. I got you, boo. Give me a second.
Mm-hmm. Come on, y'all, let's get it. It's 9 in here. I want y'all to comment, say something. Let me know how y'all feeling about it, what y'all hearing, any thoughts or ideas coming to y'all mind. You know what I mean? Any connections, any puzzle pieces being connected or that you see that's connected that we haven't connected as
Just to
well.
make sure everybody clear is clarity, because the bottom line is just sitting on the live and we just talking. If the shit ain't connecting, we got to go back to the drawing board and make it connect, because it needs to connect. So a couple
Facts.
things that we can definitely let go of. We can stop saying Kanika left the crib with Bree because she didn't. She was just in
Facts.
the car with Bree because Bree could drive. After they put her in that car, after they found her, after she was violated out west, they put that girl in that car and had to get her the fuck away from that house.
Mm.
So Bree agreed to drive her to the next destination, which would have been the party at the Marriott. But when she got to the car, it had donut on it, and she started second guessing and saying, "Nah, I'm putting it in front of her own damn house. I'm not taking it to no hotel because there's a donut on this car." And then a couple
Now,
hours later, she say, "We can't find Kanika." That's the drop.
now
That was
think about
the code word. We can't
yeah,
find her, and they
that's the
laughing and
code.
shit. They laughing. They
And the
laughing.
other girl, yeah, the other girl laughing, right?
Favor,
Cause,
if
cause
it's a girl, it could be a dude. We don't even know who Favor
yeah,
is.
yeah. So check this out. It's so crazy. It's so crazy, sis. It's so
Mhm.
crazy because the laughing is the sim like, oh damn, we gotta play it off. Okay, gotta play off the text messages. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You know,
Mm-hmm.
so now I gotta play the role. We all gotta play the role. But it's just so terrible.
It's real terrible.
She know where she knows. See what Bree knows why the reason why they ain't got get Bree because Bree know what she got Kanika from and the car from what side of town it was on. Even though Irene them know, which we know already, but
Mm-hmm.
Bree can tell you I went to um Miss Teresa car on such and such. You know what I mean on such and such at this address. I picked up and I drove from here. I dropped her off here.
Yup.
And then, you know what I mean? You dropped off here because then that's gonna lead to whoever knew, like say Lil Meek getting off of work, finna head into the party, but he know all the back ways because he working at Crown Plaza and it's not that far. They swap through. You swapping through the back way, you see, oh dang, she laid out, all exposed. You know what I mean? Remember when we see it look like her clothes being put back on. So how we know somebody ain't take off her clothes? How we know? You know what I mean? How we don't know, man.
Hold on, babe. 1 second. Hold on.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know how much they could have did to this girl, man. That's a long time to have somebody her that had her overnight and she still was alive.
One moment, y'all.
Yeah, and then she's so drugged that when she's so drugged that when you see her again, she's still drugged. How is she still drugged?
I'm sorry. I'm coming.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Okay. So you still want me to read it again, broski, or you
Yes.
good on me reading it?
No. Read it again because it's still little pieces. Like, uh, yeah, the little clues.
Okay. Got it. All right. I'm gonna read to you right now. All right. This is what it says, guys, and it's horribly written, by the way.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. Let's read what Samson said. Out of all the things she that was said, if Maya and her mom was at the police station giving a statement, they definitely gives life to a reenactment editing of the footage. You damn right, Samson. And they was there at 4. They made a phone call to Rosemont Public Safety Department at 4 something in the morning. They had an escort come out to get them from the crib and took them straight back to Rosemont PD. And they started making their statement. It was 4:30 or 4:45 in the morning. So about 4:30 in the morning, they was at the Rosemont PD making a statement about Kanika missing and talking about an event that happened on Thursday going into Friday. She talked about, and I'll put the statement on the wall, her statement, because I'm glad you brought that up because that's also an indicator that she definitely was missing before they said she was missing, and Maya was definitely not running through Crown Plaza and for nothing on that evening. Now, I'm not saying Maya didn't go back on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday of the next week to do the reenactment because they had plenty time to get this reenactment together. And then as they started to edit and redact and edit and redact on the website, they kept changing the footage. So the footage went on for days. And we know also from the last installment on part 4 that Timothy Delaney was in there with a haircut, without a haircut, and then came back with a haircut. The haircut happened on December the 12th. Look at the community wall. So we got all kind of evidence that this shit didn't happen when they said it happened. It definitely did not. And we also got evidence now that shows that Kanika was definitely missing before they said she was missing, and didn't leave no house at no 11:30 on no motherfucking Friday. Cause by Friday 11:30, baby girl was in that car, couldn't even drive. Right, Samson. What they would rather do is try to expose who I am than to hear the truth. Cause the truth hurts, especially if you can't tell it. You want to beef with somebody who's trying to help some damn body. That is sick. That is sick. That don't make no sense. What the fuck? Anybody name got to do what happened to this little girl and her losing her life. But if I come in the fifth and final hour, and then here we come, this little bitty ass channel gaining traction, people listening, making sense. Bruh come in to assist me. We in the fifth and final fucking hour, literally in the fifth and final hour of this whole thing. And now the case is finally coming together. It's finally making sense to the people that want to know the truth. But if you want to believe something other than that, you're entitled to that. I ain't forcing nobody to believe nothing. I'm showing you what it is, and if it don't make sense to you, you don't have to ingest it. Don't put nothing in your body that you don't want to put in your body, because I surely do not do it to mine. I am very funny what goes in a slave's body, honey. I don't touch nothing hardly. I'm a real funny eater, funny drinker, everything about me funny. Wait, the shit touch my skin funny. If I don't want it around me, I don't want it around me. So, what I'm glad about is I'm glad that I feel like even if people don't agree with it, I know for a fact it makes more sense. And if you don't agree with it, you just don't want to agree with it, because we're not forcing any pieces together. You're right. You're right, Samson. I don't understand it, baby. And everybody keep telling me, Slay, you better than that. Slay, you better than that. Slay human as hell. I'm so human. And, and the most hurtful about them messing with me, they messing with that girl's justice. And it doesn't matter. It seems like it doesn't matter who get close to the truth. Somebody always fucking with them, pulling them away from it. And people get discouraged and just stop. They just say, fuck it. It ain't worth my time. I'm not making no money off this shit. Losing sleep. I'm getting backlash. There's no benefit help. Yes, it would help the world and the universe might balance out because of it. But what good is it for me? I'm human. I'm taking a lashing and beat down for what? When the mama don't give a fuck. Everybody would say that. The mama don't care. Why you care? Because I just do. I just do. I just do. I just do. I don't know what to tell you. I just fucking care. I care about the girl. And I care about the truth being told. People a lot. That's why we fighting for this, y'all. We fighting for some understanding, because something happened to somebody else's child. I know it. And 54 Keys, them in the round table, that was a very professional setting, very professional setup. They had some analytical people over there. Everything was nice. I mean, they covered a lot of stuff. They covered cases like, she wasn't just covering Kanika. She trying to get justice for a lot of people. And sometimes people just want to talk about Kanika for whatever reason. Kanika is like a hot topic. I want to stop talking about Kanika. People seem to want to drag this shit on for fucking ever. I don't. I want y'all to ask questions and come to me. You're right though, baby. You're right. I want y'all to ask questions and come to me. This page is gonna stay up. If anything happens, if I stop reporting on this case because I feel like I've done all I can and put it together the best way I can, and it's always to be a way to reach out to me. I'm always gonna be available. I'm gonna keep my ear to the streets, and I'm not saying I'm finna give up no time soon. I'm just telling you that this shit is toxic. It's toxic. It seems like nobody wants the truth to come out, y'all. It seems so evil. It's something so evil about this case that I haven't been able to put my finger on. Because right now, as we speak, there's a content creator trying to expose my government name and tell people what my government name is. And his whole show has been about me for weeks. Kanika's taking a back seat. That's sad. I've become more important than Kanika. And that's fucked up. I didn't even want to get on here tonight. I'm tired as hell. I prepared to get on here to talk about Shamaya, but I got tired. But then something told me, nah, Talk about Bree ass. She the one. She's really the one with the key. She the key. She the key to the whole case, y'all. And they have been protected the whole time. What's up, Cold Pepsi, baby?
Yes.
Whole time. But
Oh man.
but just to ask the question, did anyone have any new insight tonight that y'all piece anything together? That's oh, you made to read it. You made to read it again, right, bro?
Yeah, because
Oh,
I'm
I got
finna
you. Okay,
piece some shit together right
let me
now.
drink my little water. I got you. Hold on.
Okay. Yeah, so check it out. We finna go right back over this Bree and Favors text conversation, right? Finna go right back over. T Slay already went over it once, and you know what I mean?
All
I
right.
just want to add a few things. Yeah.
So, like I said, UTC time is 5 hours prior. So this is 11:30. In 08 seconds, Favor asked Bree, what happened? You went. What happened? You went. I thought it said what happened when you went, but it said what happened? You went. And
Yeah,
then
like you. Yeah, what happened? You already dropped off, but if
mm-hmm.
you win, that's what that means. You dropped off already.
Yep, that's exactly what
You
it's
win.
saying.
That's what it means.
It and
You
then
feel
Bree said, not yet. I'm finna get in the car with Kanika and go park her by
me?
her house. Cause
Exactly. So the that sorry, my
go
bad
ahead, go
sis.
ahead.
That exposed that the other girl was trying to hide the fact that she was talking about her dropping Kanika off. But Bree still ain't did nothing, just talking normally. You know what I mean?
Yep,
Still, yeah. You see what I'm saying? And
yep.
that identify, we got somebody there. That's the latest we got with somebody actually saying they with Kanika.
The latest time anybody that we know of by name
And what time that
agreed
say when she
11:30
texted?
11:30 p.m. on Friday, September the 8th.
Now, what would make people think, or what would make Miss Teresa change and say she left 11:30 on Friday instead of Thursday? The reason why you would say that is because Bree, the one who making the text here on 11:30, to that will cover this time frame.
Right. And also, people will want to know why in the fuck are you calling the police department at 7 a.m. on Saturday if she been missing since 11:30 on
Yeah,
Thursday?
facts. Count the 20 hours, sis. Right. Don't forget that
Yeah,
20 hours Leonora's sneak told us about. She might have got mad at her mom and said, fuck the money off of my sister. I'm going to
yeah,
tell them about the 20 hours. You know how that shit happened because your mama controlling the money. You get some, but it's still controlled by her. And you ain't really have no play in this. You feel me?
right. And she didn't know. It just, it's almost like when Teresa was running around to this hotel and stuff, she went by herself. She said she went by herself. Why would you go by
And,
yourself?
and she said she sent Leonora first, right?
No, she said she went first.
Okay, so what
Teresa said
hotel
she
she
went
went to
first.
first?
Well, the Marriott.
Okay, so she went to the. Cause I keep saying Leonora, so I need to be saying Miss Teresa went to the other hotel first, right?
Where Bree
Now,
told her she was leaving Kanika.
yes, that's what I'm taking. Cause she shut down Bree when she didn't have to because she is the place she told Bree to leave her supposedly,
Right,
right? Just because it could be right. Just bear with it,
right,
right?
right.
So I'm coming right X marks the spot. I'm coming right the way you should have left. And why would you go? What would make you if you go there? What would make you and you don't find it? What would make you then go to the Crown Palace? What made you do that? That
And
mean you knew something. You start checking down to find out where the body was at. Because Bree didn't know that. Because that's what you know. What I mean, Bree didn't know that supposedly. You know what I mean? I'm pretending. I'm pretending like a text say, "Oh, we searched for Kanika. We don't know where she at. We can't find her. 4 o'clock.
right when
We
they
can't
dropped her
find her.
off, correct.
Yeah.
Then when
So
they left her. So at that point, Bree don't know where the fuck Kanika is no more. But they know they took her to the
yeah,
Marriott. So now,
fact.
Pepsi asked the question. She said she went. I thought Lenore went to the police department but didn't sign the paperwork. So check this out, Pepsi. Let's tell you how this went down. So on Friday, When they got the information, well, what Teresa already knew about her going to the Marriott. They went to the Marriott first. Teresa went first, looking for Kanika. Didn't come up with nothing. After that, like I think on the third time, I believe it was ain't no I believe. According to Dr. Oz, on the third time it was Leonora, Teresa, Irene, and her people, and they were all at a hotel about to get arrested because nobody knew Kanika was missing yet. So that would indicate the police report hadn't been done yet, and it's 6:30 p.m. Now, the reason why I'm telling y'all it's 6:30 p.m. on Friday is because 6:30 p.m. on Saturday, everybody knew that she was missing. Everybody knew at 6:30 because remember, Lenore must made the report at 1 p.m. on Saturday morning. Is what time she was making the Saturday afternoon was 1 p.m. Teresa said, y'all need me to play it again so y'all can hear what Leonora say when she say they didn't have no clue that nobody was even missing and they came to arrest us. That didn't happen at Crown Plaza, y'all. Because he said 20 hours later and they still didn't know.
Yes.
So what you got to do is you got to remember every piece of what we talked about. I know it's hard with this shit because after listening to so many people for so long, this shit can be very, very confusing to keep up with it because there's a lot of information. But y'all got to go back to part 1 when on Dr. Oz was like, what time did they actually kick in and say enough is enough and come to help you? And Leonora said they didn't.
The
They came to
fact.
arrest us. Then he said they came to arrest you, and Teresa said yes. It was 6:30, and some of the family members was knocking on doors. Somebody pulled the fire drill thinking they would run out, but
Facts.
they came to arrest us. She said with canines. He said arrest you, and then Leonora said yes because they didn't have no idea the young lady had came up missing. He said it was 20 hours later, and they still didn't know. And she said no, they had no clue a young girl had even come up missing.
Nah, stop right there, sis. Why
Mm-hmm.
would they be banging on the doors and pulling the fire alarm unless they know, man, we left the body right here. Somebody in here got her body right now, alive. They trying to flush them out, pulling the fire drill. They trying to flush the people out with the body then, because they know they left it up.
Right. And like Cole Pepsi said, and they didn't have no
No dog
dogs
been
at Crown Plaza. And guess what? The
crashed.
most important thing they said is they're saying it's 6:30 p.m. and the police don't know she's missing. You have to realize what that's saying. At 6:30 p.m. on Saturday, everybody knew she was missing. They were looking for her at 6:30 p.m. on Saturday. So what 6:30 p.m. time were they talking about when the dogs came out and they were banging on doors and nobody knew she was missing? It couldn't have been that day. It couldn't have been that Saturday. You have to back it up to the previous day and then go to 6:30. And when I said 20 hours later and they still didn't know, subtract 20 hours from 6:30. You're going to be right back at 11:30 p.m. on Thursday, the time she left the house with Monifa. This shit should be clicking, 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 clicking for y'all at this point. It should be clicking together like motherfucking whatever, Legos or whatever the fuck coming to
Appreciate
it.
the lights. And start over after the 1 hour mark.
Right. Now, she say, what happened? You went? Bree said, not yet. I'm finna get in the car with Kanika and go park her by her house because you didn't even know the bitch had a donut on her car. And then Favor
Okay.
said, oh, she in her own car. What car was she being, Favor? What other car was she being? What car was Kanika ever in? But her mama's car. But you gotta pay attention. So Favor said, so she in her own car. It's almost like Favor didn't know who car Kanika was gonna be in. Like they didn't know what car they were gonna use to transport her. They didn't know what car they were gonna use. But now we know they had Teresa's car. And that's the car that had the fucking donut on it, y'all. And Bree said, yeah, it's a donut on this car, and I'm not driving on the expressway with the donut on the car, and the hotel is in Rosemont. And I keep telling y'all, Rosemont, the Marriott O'Hare and the Crown Plaza is like a 2 mile difference from them. And if you don't know the city and the zoning and stuff, you could easily say the Marriott O'Hare is in Rosemont because it's called the Marriott O'Hare, and O'Hare is in Rosemont. So they would automatically assume that the O'Hare Marriott would definitely be in Rosemont, which is where O'Hare Airport is. That's what I'm speculating. Think about it. I mean, that it's an easy way to see that. That makes plenty of fucking sense. It,
Sis,
mm-hmm.
I need to hear where Riri starts panicking. Like, man, I'm just gonna call Miss Teresa.
Right. Well,
Where's that?
well, see, this is what happens. So after that, 4 hours goes by. No, not 4 hours. Yeah, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 5 hours go by. And at 5, let me see, at 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, at like 4 something in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, Bree saying, we done lost Kanika. We can't find her.
Mhm.
This is right around the 4:30 mark where they're supposed to be telling Teresa they can't find Kanika at this time. This is all now. This is making it look like this is the time Teresa got that phone call. I believe she did get a call at 4:30 saying we really can't find her. We don't know where she at. I believe
Mhm.
that shit. I believe that wholeheartedly. Believe that because it's the same time they said the call came in. And don't forget, Bree is the one that called Teresa. Teresa said if it wasn't for Bree, I wouldn't even know what happened to my fucking daughter. She said that.
Mhm. Cause that's how she knew to go to the first hotel. See, that's yeah, exactly. That's exactly what we've been saying anyway. So see how it fall right in place. See, yeah. Sis, what about and then what? And then I need the piece. I need that piece. Am I jumping ahead? Because I need the piece when Bree said, "Man, I'm just gonna call Miss Risa." And then Monifa. Then the part where you got what Monifa said. No, don't do that. I
Don't call
need
her
that.
mama. That's
I
on
need
Irene's
those.
live. That was on was the I think was Irene number 3? Was Irene number 2? I think Irene number 3. I think Irene was number 3 in this series. And that's when she said, that's when Shakara said, you the one that told Bree to not call her mama.
So that's very significant because that matters in what this how because it seemed like, dang, I don't want to drive on the E-way. All of this, right? I'm just gonna go drop her to my house, but she never drops her to my house. You see what
Nope.
I'm saying?
Nope. I don't think
So
so.
she don't drop her to her mama house
No.
because of what Monifa said in Irene live. No, don't do that. You see what I'm saying?
Don't call her
That
mama.
plea, that plea, that's a very significant point right there. This again puts Monifa in the blame. You see what I'm saying?
She's a
This
part
why
of the
Irene
shit.
going so hard. But yeah, but this why Irene going so hard because then when we was finna give it to her mama, then you said no, take her to the hotel. We was already thinking that bad idea. That the donut was on there. We weren't gonna do it, but then you pressed it, and Bree drove with the donut on there anyway and dropped her off anyway.
Yep. And look at what Cole Pepsi said. Cole Pepsi said Bree couldn't have parked her by the house if the car was at the hotel, allegedly. No, the car
Come
wasn't at the
on.
hotel. No.
Yeah, the girls drove the car back to the what's the name?
Right. So check
They
this
drove
out,
the
Cole
car to the
Pepsi.
mama.
Right. So Cole Pepsi. So in this part of this, Bree is telling her, I'm not driving to the hotel because there's a donut in the car, but I'm willing to take her home. So you have to assume that at this point, wherever the car was, home was closer than the hotel was because she was complaining about the donut and not wanting to drive like that. So you have to
Hmm.
assume that if you had to make a guess in where would this car be, would it be closer to the house or would it be closer to the hotel? Well, she's saying the hotel is near the expressway. I take her home, park in front of her own house, but I'm not driving the car to the hotel because there's a
Yeah,
donut
that
on the
makes
car.
sense. You gotta go
So
on
you
the
so you
expressway to
have
get
to
home.
assume, right? You have to assume that the car would have been closer to the house than it would have been to the hotel. He would be willing. She is the car never made it back to Teresa's house. It ended up at the hotel. Right. Let me now,
Fact.
now let me read now let me read it again. So what Cole Pepsi said, she said, so they called her from the west side when Bree dropped her off. Right. So what happened was after Kanika got taken from the party, and they ended up finding her, and Irene them
Mhm.
put her in the car. They start making phone calls to figure out where to take Kanika. They obviously called Kanika. They obviously called Monifa, and Monifa said, "Take her, put it in front of Mama house." They called somebody called Bree, and they agreed to take her to the hotel. But when Bree got to the car, she noticed the donut. And she says, "I'm not driving to the hotel. It's a donut in the car. I'm taking her home." And they were still on the west side of Chicago. They were nowhere near the hotel at that time. They just trying to figure out where they finna take her to. That's all about where I'm gonna put it on the wall, y'all, because y'all can see it for yourself and you will understand what I'm saying. This conversation, based on what I'm reading and what this is saying, adding nothing, taking nothing away. This conversation is being conducted with Bree and somebody named Favor. Kanika's in the car inebriated. They somewhere near her house. They're closer to home than the party, the Marriott party. And Bree is saying, I ain't go nowhere yet, Favor. I ain't went nowhere. I'm with this girl, and I'm finna take her home because it's donut on the car, and I'm not getting on the expressway like that. That's all this message is saying. And then 5 hours later, she say, "We can't find Kanika." But you sure got to that motherfucking hotel, Bree, some kind of way, because you saying you now y'all in
Mhm.
Rosemont.
Mhm.
That's what this is saying. So let me
And
close this.
how we know y'all in Rosemont is because Miss Teresa's told us that if it weren't for Bree Bree, I wouldn't know nothing.
But
And
no,
what
my
she
daughter
went to
is.
in Rosemont to one of those hotels first, and then to Crown Plaza. So
And
they're
that's
the
why
places
Teresa
where
went
she
straight to
had to learn
Rosemont.
from Bree Bree.
Right.
Yeah.
And she went straight to Rosemont looking for her daughter. Because Teresa did not know Kanika was dead. I'm telling y'all, she did not know that. I'm going to repeat that. She did not know Kanika was dead. I don't think that killing Kanika was a part of the original plan at all. I'm posting on the wall right now, y'all. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
So the point now, the point of me reading all this tonight is to let you guys know when I first read this message, I didn't know what the fuck they were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Samson. Sometimes I think about that too. Sometimes I think about that, like, why they even let her be found? Why not just take her and just say, hold on, I believe so cold Pepsi. I believe so cold. I believe that for real. I believe that for real because that's when Kanika body would have come up missing, y'all. It would have been Friday night going into Saturday morning. Kanika would have been dropped off at at the Marriott, and something happened, y'all. Something happened, and by that next morning, they was already on Kenneth Tart and Rayshawn Mitchell asked about whatever happened at the Marriott. Remember, they were at the Marriott, not at Crown Plaza. They were being questioned about the girl. Did y'all kill that girl? They were never at Crown. They was at the Marriott, y'all. This is how all the shit goes down in the Marriott. I don't know how people can say nothing happened at the Marriott. How y'all think that?
Yeah, because now it go right back to that that live video that we was watching that nobody ever plays with that dude on it where you were talking by the pool. And that's how that and I think because I wasn't even in the Nika Jenkins case on the case in the community at that time when they was having those arguments about is it a pool or not. But that's what it was about because the people was trying to connect that video, but then the people was trying to direct people away from that video. You see what I'm saying? By acting like it wasn't no pool at the Crown Plaza, but even though we found a pool at the Crown Plaza, that still wasn't the pool that the other people was really talking about. It was still a diversion, even though you see what I'm saying. Mm. That was a long time ago. I remember that. I remember that being a big topic, right? But I now I know how they diverted it, and then nobody still figured it out. They still never directed. It's all a diversion from the Marriott. And then you see what I'm saying? It was a diversion to move people away from understanding what happened at the Marriott. because that one live leaked it. Because that one live, you see the people on the balcony, you see the same people that's at the Crown Plaza. So anybody that's over there at the Crown Plaza doing the footage that we got are in the reenactment to cover up what happened at the Marriott, and that's why they photoshopped it and act like it's in the Crown Plaza freezer because the Crown Plaza is a bigger corporation. That's why that Marriott have to change his name to fit in with them to get the You see what I'm saying? The more success to get more clientele
1 second,
to
baby boy.
get
Hold
more
on.
known. Yeah, this is me talking. But that's what I'm saying. So then the Crown Plaza is the bigger it would be a bigger hotel chain than the Marriott. I'm
The Crown
asking.
Plaza.
Sis.
Okay, so both these hotels are worldwide hotels. They're Marriott's and Crown
Yeah.
Plazas everywhere. They're all over the world. So I wouldn't even know the size of each hotel chain, but they're everywhere though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
everywhere.
yeah, yeah. They buy each other wherever they at. They buy each other. But say because remember with the one person that got something happened to them at the Marriott, but they end up in front of the Crowd Plaza. The one person we was talking about, the lady naked. Remember?
Oh yeah. Okay, so yeah, so there was an incident that brought up to me that I have totally forgot about. I never heard about it, but there was an incident
Yeah.
that happened at a Marriott hotel in Rosemont. 'Cause there's a Marriott right beside. It's a Marriott Suites right beside Crown Plaza in Rosemont. And something happened to a girl. She was drugged or
Yeah.
something. Bro, you gotta tell the story about that. Something happened with a girl. She ended up at Crown Plaza, which was so weird.
Yeah, yeah, outside of Crown Plaza, naked, drugged. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I think that's when Brazy had corrected me and said it happened after Kanika Jenkins. I thought it was something that happened before, but it said it happened after. Because, I was late coming to the case. You see what I'm saying? I wasn't around when it actually happened. I still hadn't came to the case. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is the same way you see that women come out of that situation like that, they wanted to cover up whatever they had situated at Marriott. They put it off through the Crown Plaza because they can already take the heat. They was already under the investigation and able to hold like you see them pay off. So they still found a way to pay off and get by without dragging the heat towards the Marriott. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Where
and
where
what I'm gonna do, bro? I'm gonna do this real fast because I see that everybody is saying that the Marriott and the Crown Plaza are connected. I'm getting ready to
yeah.
see what the hotel chain ownership is and see. Damn, who? Hold on. I want to see if they are like connected, like ownership wise, because I noticed that there is a fucking Crown Plaza and a Marriott, like right where I live.
Yeah,
There's
they
a
right
Crown
next to each
Plaza.
other where I'm at too. That's what I'm telling you. I say like
Yeah.
sister hotels.
Let
Like
me
say
check.
like I work. That's what I'm saying. I'm a chef. So like, look, even say if I'm working at like uh, if I'm working at a cheesecake factory, right? If
Say it
I'm
again,
working
boo.
at the cheesecake factory, say if I'm working at the cheesecake factory, right? You ever heard of the cheesecake factory?
Hold on, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But anybody, just a big name restaurant. Just say you working at one, right? But then it's a Maggiano's right next to it, right? So
Mm-hmm.
the Maggiano's is a sister company to the Cheesecake Factory. If they short on this, they can exchange this because they get from the same people. You see
Damn,
what I'm saying?
I didn't know Maggiano's and wow.
Yeah, so what I'm telling you is so then what if these? That's why I was telling you before I was asking saying, what if these are sister companies? Then like the employees would be hand swapping with each other, know each other, all like not all of them, but the ones that's been there for a long time, they all know each other, they all affiliated. That's how the body can move from this hotel to that hotel. You see what I'm saying? That's why I say we don't know what all could have happened to her. You see what I'm saying?
Right. And you know what's funny,
Because
bro? Remember I sent
yeah,
that picture to you? of Crown Plaza, and I mean I sent it to you of the Marriott, and I asked you where the hotel was, and you said, "Oh, ain't that Crown Plaza?" Remember you asked me that?
Yeah, but it was the Marriott. It was the Marriott, but it looked like Crown Plaza to me. So
Yeah.
that's just like that. That's just the hotel stuff.
So y'all hear
Yeah,
that? I What I did was I took a picture of the Marriott in Chicago, and I sent a picture to bro, and I asked him where it was. He said, "Oh, he said, yeah, I stayed at the Crown Plaza before. That's definitely the Crown Plaza." And I was like,
yeah,
"No, that's the Marriott."
yeah. But that's how the Crown Plaza look too, bro. That's what I'm saying. So yeah,
But the biggest thing about those hotels, I can tell y'all,
yeah.
is the Crown Plaza sinks are different. The sinks are totally different in Crown Plaza. They got weird basins, really weird basins that kind of sit up. They don't have regular sinks.
Man, they got it. It's like old. It feel like a old haunted place. I don't like that place. I don't know. I won't stay there no more. I stayed there, but I don't like them. I don't like them trying to make it look like it's brighten up. Don't let it just be bright when we come in the court, the open area where the restaurant is.
Mm-hmm.
Now let it be light everywhere. Stop letting it be dark and dreary. Nobody want to walk to no hotel feeling all. Bruh, I don't get it.
And y'all know
It's
what
a
though? Somebody had sent me somebody, bro. I don't even know. It might have been you, or might have been you, or might have been Mike. I don't know, but I want to say somebody sent me something about them finding some tunnels or some shit. They were finding This is no lie. This is kind of off subject, but it's not off subject. They were opening up these the closets at the Marriott, and there were tunnels inside the closets under the floor. Like, did you see that
yeah.
shit?
Yeah, I think I seen that before too. I seen that. I told you I had that weird experience at the Crown Plaza when we was on the elevator, and then the back of the elevator opened. And it was a little like I don't know, like what Asian type of woman sitting out the back. I'm like, yo, what the hell? Like how the hell the back of the church is open? But now, but working at the fact that I worked at a hotel before.
Uh huh.
Um, I like being like say at the kitchen, and if you over a kitchen, right? So then if I have to go and I have to all these dirty cloths to the laundry, so then I see how I see like okay, see these people that work in the laundry, they come up the back chutes and go. It's a back elevator that leads somehow connect to that elevator or something. You
Uh
know what I
huh.
mean?
And you know what I'm gonna tell
Yeah,
you?
I seen it from that side, but I ain't never know it could open up while you going up in the elevator somewhere else. That was crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's called. I believe that's considered a service elevator because on the back side of it, when it opens up on those
Danielle, what
floors,
up?
it's something that's going on the back of them. So I'm not sure. I think only on certain floors that happens. But you know how, like in Crown Plaza, when it goes down to a lower level, all of them don't open up two ways, but it's some that open up more than one way. And what's good, Danielle? Welcome to the chat. I know you said you always follow the case, but you watch it. I know you said you're just commenting for the first time or whatever. But I wanted to say something to a couple of comments back. When Danielle was saying that you could access the Marriott from the Crown Plaza from the basement or something. I'm gonna tell you
Oh my
something.
god!
The infrastructure of the city, a lot of cities a lot of cities have underground tunnels and stuff, because they did a lot of shit. I don't know if it was just prohibition or what, but a lot of cities got these underground trains and tunnels and stuff, and a lot of them have been cut off, just not in use. But I think people with crime people and city people move a lot, like back in the day, government officials would move underground, like the president and stuff. So a lot of locations have these underground stuff in them, little bitty cities you wouldn't even believe. So for you to say that there's a way underground, the basement level, to get to another hotel, I agree, because there's one element that no one wants to talk about. They always said that there was a basement part to Crown Plaza, and that they said they found the girl in the basement, and everybody changed it to the conference level, then they changed it to the lobby level, but they kept talking about the basement. So apparently, there is a possibility that there is a level lower than the lower level, which is considered the
Fact.
conference level. And it
Hey,
was one
sis.
of the Go ahead, baby.
Go ahead, finish your sentence. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
So because if you remember the paperwork in the beginning, I have a lot of the original paperwork. They were saying they found her in the basement. They kept saying basement, basement, basement the whole time. And even Zach TV said,
Mm-hmm.
did you know it was a basement? And then Killer was like, I didn't know it was no basement. I thought the first floor was the first floor. Killer, you lying
Mm-hmm.
because you on the lower level. We see you on the lower level. So, but you're saying you didn't know it was another level down. So maybe that's what he was talking about. So there might be another level underneath Crown Plaza.
Yeah. So what I was gonna say, sis, is it ain't nothing new with them building underground. Cause even when you go to the Bible, right? Then you go when Cain get and God say, and you gonna be a vagabond in the earth. So he even went inside of the earth, his people. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that show you, and the people that come from that wickedness, like we talking about, right? Somebody doing evilness and cult rituals with it, and all this cult all go back to that type of stuff. You see what I'm saying? It's
Mm-hmm.
gonna go all back to that. Yeah, them, so people can know that this building underground, I know it seems new, but it's old. You see what I'm saying? It's old. It's old stuff. That's why they got old tunnels. They tunnel because also that it was certain creatures and stuff that lived on the inner earth. So when Cain and his seed had to go in the inner earth, they had to learn to deal and mingle and deal with those
The
type of
beings.
creatures.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so then these the things that these people worship these days. Those things that they was mingling with, right? So they want to mingle with them like them. So therefore they use the innocent. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's what we going through, so people can understand. That's terrible. It's just terrible. And it's just so terrible because they always in these ruler positions with this power, and you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if it was Nimrod. It was, they all keep being over ruling and power, and then there's a scripture come when is God gonna deal with these people? You know what I mean?
You see what Samson said? He said, let's do a Bible one day,
Briefly.
Fred.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's my regular, bro. That's my regular.
We can
Yeah,
delegate a day for that, definitely. I would definitely love for y'all to do that.
yeah. Definitely, we could do that, man. Because it's a serious thing because people don't know how far it go back to ancient arts. You know what I mean? Or these type of things. And everybody think that every knowledge is good just because you could, or just because you can tap into something. Everything you tap into ain't got to be the right thing to tap into. Hey, I can tap into a power source on the line right here and kill myself. You see what I'm saying? You could
Mm-hmm.
you can go and break in and tap into somebody's house and then get killed. It's all kinds of ways. So don't limit yourself to think that I only you anything I talk to is only going to be God. Because no. You better make sure you ain't talking to nothing foreign to what created you for real. You know what I mean? Because they
Mm-hmm.
out here. That stuff is out here. You know what I mean? That's what happened to them. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what I'm on that, bro. I'm on
I'm
that
on
about the Giants
I'm
and
I'm
all
on to
that. I know
I'm on
she
the
on that
Giants
too.
too. Y'all
That's
know I
easy.
get to talking about I be talking about the planet X, Nibiru, and them and the Giants and the Anunnaki and everything. That's my
Yeah,
language.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They in the Bible, the sons of Anak. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they in the Bible. That's all there. See, it's just people don't know that it's in there. It's just that you got to realize they divided stuff, and then you got to know how to piece it together. And then you gotta know how to look and read your enemy. So you gotta know how to read your enemy, but you can't read your enemy until you make sure you know you're not the enemy. So if you ain't got yourself straight, with God, and to the point where you strong enough so that you can read the enemy to know what they did around us and the things that people are worshiping that's from the enemy, so they don't even know that they in the war. They don't even know that they falling into the hands of the enemy. You know what I mean? Because they don't know that the way to find God's side, because they too distracted by the things that man created in order to keep you distracted, for you not to find God so that they can use you. You know what I mean? For they gain in order for them to die later, because they ain't gonna beat God. But that's that's all they care about is the usury of you and to get as many people not with God. You know what I mean? No matter how we structured it, no matter how much knowledge anybody knows, yeah, yeah, it's a lot of lies out there. So you just got to understand what's really going on, and know God for yourself, and know for real. You gotta know for real about Jesus, man. I ain't gonna play, because that's what he told you. Now look, let me tell you something else, sis. Cause see, it's ways to get into heaven that people that's why they say it's more than one way, right? But remember, Jesus told you, he said, I am the door. He said, anybody that come another way is a thief and a robber. So he told you there's other ways to get in there. Remember, Nimrod was building the way to get into heaven. You see what
Tower
I'm
of
saying?
Babel.
So, so it's other ways to get in, but you either, if you come those ways, you a thief and a robber. That's what the devil do. He go to and fro, see who he can devour. You gonna go through his ways to get there. People just don't know that. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Trust me, the people of the enemy are always gonna be. They supposed to be wickeder and wiser in this time. So the people that's gonna be even smarter than us gonna be with the enemy. You see what I'm saying? So you don't have to crave for knowledge, because he said the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. So first fear the Lord, then you'll have real knowledge. You see what I'm saying? That's the beginning. But people don't even fear the Lord, but try to think they know so much. But you can't know so much without fear of the Lord, because that what begins real knowledge, what you can keep grass that turns into wisdom and understanding, because it all that get understanding. If you can't get understanding, what's the sense of having knowledge? You
It
see,
ain't no
you know what I'm
sense.
saying? Yeah, then now you're gonna just be misinforming or misusing it, because it's just like Adam and Eve. Yeah, the tree right there could be there, but you can't eat of it. That's the understanding. The understanding and the wisdom is you can't eat of it, but you was just thinking with knowledge. You see what I'm saying? You eating of it because you think it's there. Just because it's there, use wisdom and understanding to break down what you do with knowledge. You see what I'm saying? You gotta have that. You gotta have
Mm-hmm.
that, and that's what fear of the Lord. Because I'm so fearful of the Lord that I ain't gonna lie. I want well, I gotta make sure this ain't evil. I need to check first. You know what I mean? Yeah, fast, Brody. It's a lot of stuff, Brody. But it's just so much, sis, that's going on, and all that stuff to me, sis, is tied with this girl. To me, sis, you see what I'm saying? It's tied with this girl. Cause sis, they had a drug her, sis. You ain't gonna get her no other way. She wasn't about that. She was had other plans. She had other things she was gonna do. And not to say, oh, her material thing. No, it was the way she wanted to go shine her light. The light that God
Mm-hmm.
set us to shine. He said all of us supposed to be a light. You know what I mean? So she trying to shine her light. Somebody trying not to make her shine their light. They wanted to be the way they wanted to be. Somebody else want to use it for what they want to use it for. But
Mm-hmm.
you say, what you do to my least ones, you doing to who? You doing to me as well. That's what you
Right.
do to Jesus. Anytime you touch any one of his least ones, any person that even thinking about giving their life to God, anytime you touch one of those, you see what I'm saying?
I believe this
Anytime
how
you
this happened with
touch
this.
God.
That's what happened to Kanika. I think that's exactly what it was. That's why people can't let go of her.
Mm,
I believe that,
yeah.
and that's messed up.
Mm-hmm.
They had
They
to do
because they
all
got
that
so
evil
much.
stuff to that girl.
Mm-hmm. And all the knowledge to do evil and hide and to manipulate and to edit, all of that. Y'all could have just saved her.
Or they could
Even when
just
the
made her
girl,
disappear and just not showed us nothing. I mean, I don't even know what the whole big fiasco was ever about. Only thing I
nah,
can
but
know is more stuff happening in this hotel. A lot of evil happened in this hotel.
yeah, that's right too, brother, right there. Hey, check this out though. Check this out. Why it drew so yes, Fred, that's why it drew so to this case. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Sis,
I'm
I'm
listening.
telling you, with with this girl here, right? I
Uh huh.
told you what I feel like. They use her name in her photos. I told you I still don't believe that's her body that came out on that girl.
I don't even.
To cover up, I need to move a body with all this heat. We got her here. Uh, Our people might have, cause think about it. Just imagine this: all this stuff that we already say, we got proof that type of stuff happened. The regular stuff that we already did, and all that we said before we going into what we in right now, right?
Right.
But what I want to say now, think about the things that Bray say. Something happened to this girl on the camera. I see something behind. It look like somebody carrying and pulling somebody. I think they using the Kanika to cover all this stuff that's happening in the footage behind it. You see what I'm saying? So much other stuff
Mm-hmm.
they was doing. The other person in the car accident with the same color clothes on that they say she was wearing. You know what I mean? That they say. You see what I'm saying? Because whatever
Mm-hmm.
she wore Thursday, that's part of what she had on. What she wore Thursday. Who
Yeah,
said
that's
that she
true.
wore Thursday? We ain't got no
That's
pictures of none of the parties. We ain't got no pictures out of the party out west. We ain't got no pictures.
we
They
ain't got
ain't
no
got
pictures
Kanisha
of
in the
nothing of this
room.
girl. They
They
ain't nothing on
ain't
Kanika
got
since September
nothing.
the 7th. That's it. September the 7th. That was it. Nothing
Nothing.
more. Nothing about Kanika.
Nothing. So you can't tell me she was at Irene party having shits and giggles. Excuse my French. You
No.
can't tell me she was in there just popping off. Oh, hey, Shawty. No, you can't tell me that. You can't tell me at that type of party that she did at Irene party like that when we got her at 11 o'clock and Bree saying I got Kanika in the car. How she got Kanika in the car trying to figure out how to drop off while she going to a hotel. How does this footage and the fact that they edited the footage to make it look like she's there puts them in in cahoots with whatever's going on because you ain't like you say sis you ain't have to do all of that. But the
Mm-mm.
fact that you did all that, meaning you had to partake, that's where it brings me back to
Yes.
the
And it
women
was
seeing
bigger.
the thugs at
Mm-hmm.
the Crown Plaza pool. Now it could be those same thugs we saw at the Marriott pool.
Could have
Now they
been.
gotta come to the Crown Plaza pool because they connect their hotels. So hey, come over here where these bosses at. We're gonna get you away from the scene. We wanna tell y'all what we're gonna do, how we're gonna strategize. We're gonna shut the pool down today. We shut the elevators down too, so we keep all the distractions. This is what they was doing. This how they do it. This how they do it.
It's
This
messed
this
up.
this what you seeing. People telling you, people eyewitnesses telling you they couldn't use the elevators to go to certain floors. That's what they told you. They telling you they seeing thugs.
Hanging out with people with suits on. People with suits and thugs all
You
together.
can't tell me this ain't a business arrangement or
This is a
agreement
business arrangement. They
between.
they they trafficking organs. They
How
trafficking organs.
that ain't gotta be in the paperwork because that was that woman's paperwork on the Crown Plaza where she with. It don't gotta be there. I ain't gotta wait for them to write something that I can logically see myself. What you
Yep.
waiting on? You waiting for a
And
big?
then Brie and
Go
look,
ahead, sis.
and then I ain't forgot y'all, but then Monifa said the
No,
same
go
thing
ahead,
about the
sis.
elevator. She said we went out there to the elevator. It wasn't saying if it was going up or it was saying it was going down.
Come on.
She said that. That
Okay.
makes me believe that Brie, I mean Shemaya was at that hotel at some point because she even witnessed the
Exactly.
elevator being controlled as well.
Now
And it,
imagine this,
mm-hmm,
sis. Imagine this. She not because look, ooh, it's so fire, right? Let me that Bree state. text message because that phone she text we can't find her. So that means and think about the 2 hour. Remember the 2 hours I was on? 2 hours, everybody doing 2 hours. So they give it that 2 hours. So from four, so 3 to 2. You know what I mean? Now go look at Bree texts before that. You say almost 5 hours too, right? On that that text that last text before you said that it was 4 to 5 hours before she texts back and said she can't find them, right? You know
Say it again, baby.
the photo the in Bree Texas when she
Mm-hmm.
text that we can't find her. The last text before that you said was 4 to 5 hours, right?
Yeah, 5 hours.
5 hours in between. So look at a 2 hour span in between that. So you could have Maya them having Maya with them 'cause what they would not they searching for. Cause guess what? We supposed to find her out up at the hotel where Irene party at. Irene them having the party, but Bree them went over here and dropped off. Irene could be thinking that Kanika straight. Cause I didn't drop off. I just had left put in the car. We gonna drop off. You know what I mean? But but it could still not go right. You drop her off. I still think this other hotel security gonna come in. You see what I'm saying? Hotel security, little me, and all this gonna come in, and then somebody that's related to Lil Meat, that they wanted to question that they think knew Kanika, and they ain't got about knew her. Kanika, they could have thought that he was the one that bring her from the other hotel to this hotel.
Yep.
You see
And
what
look
I'm
at
saying?
and look at it like this when you said the security guards and the stuff like that. And
Yeah,
now you see the if it's just like when a whole bunch of dirt going on at one time, who can tell on who? Who telling on who? It's shit going on around this whole hotel. And they cutting off cameras everywhere trying to hide stuff. Now they already know the footage ain't gonna surface because they was doing moving bodies and doing shit, but it was a lot of stuff going on around this. And just like
nah,
Coach Pepsi said, like the boys said, everybody
go
looking at
ahead.
us, but it's bigger than us. The shit had a lot more going on than just Kanika, and that's a fact. Or any one girl that would have
Yes,
played
you
Kanika
take
that
it.
lost her life. A lot of shit going on, y'all. They was that airport is right there beside that hotel. And I promise y'all, they are flying body parts out of that hotel, out of that hotel, out of the airport. I promise y'all, I feel that way. The whole organ harvesting shit, I ain't
Hmm.
even touched on that yet. But we gonna get
Hey,
on it. We gonna
hey,
get on it.
sis.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, sis.
Yeah, I'm
Now,
listening.
now, check this. Now, since we know Irene, since we know Irene said and her sister said we carried on our back, we know that when we was looking at the Crown Plaza footage, when we see the man doing the dragon motion, that wasn't Irene carrying Kanika's body, right? But after Bree drop off Kanika's body at this hotel, if these security guards or maintenance men happen to see somebody dragging Kanika's body over there to this hotel, this could be what they talking about in the back when one of them crying and this one showing the drag motion. Neither one of them could have might have did nothing because that's why one of them crying. You see what I'm saying? But they was witnesses to seeing somebody move her body from the Marriott to the Crown Plaza. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. And remember, even though he did like the little float motion too with it, remember he did a little float motion in the lobby, like his arms was floating and stuff. That shit
Yeah.
was weird. It was too. It was when he was doing the dragon part that took me out the game.
Yeah, the
Somebody got
dragon was the
dragged.
real. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. And if we know that Irene saying she dropped it off, we know she didn't drop it off. We doing the process of elimination. We know she ain't dropped it off to her mom house. She called later and said, Kanika gone. We got these people on the Crown Plaza footage showing somebody doing a dragon motion. We know they had to be dragging. What body around for them to drag? What body we know that's around? The body that Bree just dropped off. Come on. We gotta answer. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We gotta,
Yeah, but one thing I keep thinking about what you just said just now, that letter that lady wrote, talk about what she saw on September the 7th, going into the 8th.
yes, we gotta use that as an eyewitness. Any that And the people doing their hands motions and telling what they seen in the hotel, all that's eyewitness testimonies that we got. Whether it's sign language, they could be a mute person, but they ain't mute. But that's the only way they communicated at the time. So we got to use that because that's our only insight into the stuff that they didn't tell us about. You see what I'm saying? We
Mm-hmm.
got to use the insight we got and use that because we know that's true. That's true. He telling you somebody got dragged. The nigga crying about it. Hell yeah, somebody got dragged. You know what I mean? We know
Yes,
somebody. Come on, man.
that's
Come on,
crazy.
man.
Yeah. So one thing. So the one thing that I never did understand, but I did understand was out of everybody that spoke about Kanika,
Mm-hmm.
Ariana Mays never made not one statement about Kanika. She didn't say jack shit.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't go live. She didn't say a whole bunch of stuff about it. All those little text messages everybody was sending. I'm inclined to believe that some of that stuff was not the real people. People were they tried to go viral on social media. People made fake pages with them kids and was getting all kind of subscribers. People are sick. They'll make pages in your name and get subscribers under your name. People are crazy. They're fucking crazy. So to say, oh, Irene said I got her to the hotel, or Monifa said I got paid $200 to trick Kanika. Why in the hell would they even allow those posts to stay up if that girl did die the way she died? Who the hell would be that stupid to let those kind of incriminating posts stay up after that girl was gone? Now, mind you, she been missing. They knew she was missing. They had plenty of time to scrub their internet. They could scrub their Facebook posts, scrub anything they want to scrub. That made me believe that stuff wasn't real. It wasn't real. A lot of people was making fake ass pages and sending text messages saying it was stuff that it wasn't. And people they were running around in circles trying to figure out who was who. Do not think for one moment them people was that dumb. Do y'all know that the police did did petition Facebook? They petitioned the Facebook corporate office in California to get everybody's access to everybody's pages. That would include deleted posts, old posts, deleted pictures, because Facebook don't never lose nothing. Everything's in the cloud at Facebook. And when law enforcement gets involved, they can go pull all that stuff. They did search warrants to send it to Facebook headquarters for everybody's page. Do you think that they would be posting incriminating shit on the page knowing if they got the people's phones? They did Facebook audits to get it was too much. There's no way people was sending that kind of shit on Facebook. So people talking about, oh, this girl said Kanika got sold on back page. And this person said this. You cannot believe those text messages, y'all. You can not text messages, but the messages coming from Facebook and Snapchat. You can't believe that stuff. You can barely believe the police
Yeah,
stuff.
bro.
You can't
It's
believe it.
always
Mm-mm.
like what
That's
did it
why
tell us, sis?
Say it again.
What? I said what the Bible tells us is we battle not against flesh and blood. It don't mean flesh and blood ain't used to fight against us, but that's not what we really battling. Cause what control your body? Your mind, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? So in the Bible, it said your spirit is in your mind. So then when some other spirit will entertain you, it will entertain you, then what it's controlling your mind. It's sitting in the temple. Well, that's the temple. Your body is the temple of the living God. So why you gonna let an evil spirit sit in your temple? You see what I'm saying? And you see what I'm saying? That's what God said. You see what I'm saying? That's what he said. Be born again with a renewed mind and a clean heart. You see what I'm saying? Because God supposed
Absolutely.
to sit in your temple. But if you let the enemy sitting in your temple, you see what I'm saying? He said idle mind is what? The devil's workshop. He didn't say the idle body, the idle mind. You know what I mean? That's how he entertain you and use you. Yeah.
Absolutely. And you
Big
see what
serious.
Cole Pepsi just said? She said
Great focus.
that's true because someone had made a fake page under Irene's name.
Then
That's the
cool.
reason why a lot of stuff got so mistaken, y'all. Like
Wow, crazy.
that people was by design doing stuff to confuse people. People were looking for notoriety. They were trying to go viral. They were trying to make people confused. They was getting paid. You got crisis actors that do shit in the media to throw people off of what's going on. They probably got crisis actors for YouTube content pages too. I don't damn know. They had Rest in peace to Tiffany Draper. She did some crazy shit when she was on the case. She made fake pages and stuff to boost her ratings. People saying that people wrote them letters and stuff, letters that they never received. They didn't get letters. Everybody got that same French Cave letter. Everybody got that damn letter. So I don't know why people think it's exclusively was theirs. You gotta remember that stuff that happened in the case. None of this stuff was exclusive. This shit don't belong to nobody. This is media clips. This stuff is people putting watermarks on old videos saying, "Oh, you using my video." It wasn't your fucking video. You just got a clean version and put your name on it. The videos y'all see on this page, they're my videos. I take still shots and I create videos from scratch. I don't have to mark my shit up and say, "Oh, this is Slay's property." If you use my video, I know damn well you used it because I made it from scratch. I don't have to write my name all over the shit. But people do stuff like that to show ownership for some weird reason. They want to be the one to say, "I did that," or "I put that out." It's become an I thing. It's become so fucking personal that people are forgetting about Kanika. They're so
Yeah,
busy
they
trying to
just want to
expose
do it
you and
for the people. They want to do it
yeah.
for to be seen by the people. You see what I'm saying? All they do is care about being seen and known. I was the one who pulled it out. Remember, it was me.
Mm-hmm.
And who get the glory? I thought it was God get the glory. I thought we was the servants and they become sons and children. You know what I mean?
And you
I
got
thought
people
that was
that
right.
look, I'm sorry, profess to be God's chosen, special, precious child,
Mm,
and be about more hell than the worst people ever.
you ain't lied.
You
Should
don't
they
never
be
hear me
they
claiming.
one?
Y'all never hear me claiming and proclaiming, "Oh, I'm going to church," or "I'm this, that, and the third." I tell y'all, I'm a spiritual being. Okay, y'all know some things about Slay. Slay got a very profound. I got a vulgar mouth. Everybody knows that about me. But I don't have to be this way. I don't do this at work when I'm talking to my clients and people. So I know how to turn it on and turn it off. But this kind of shit right here puts you in that kind of mind frame. The stuff that you deal with while you're trying to help somebody. It's a sick situation when people won't allow you to help somebody. It's a sick situation. People stand in the way of justice for somebody that's passed on. God forbid someone else's family member passes away and they need some assistance. Motherfuckers probably gonna try to locate me. We don't know. We don't really know who she really is or whatever, but we know she went hard for that little girl, and maybe we need to ask her to cover this case too. I don't even want to be known for nothing like that. I didn't even start this for this. I never even wanted to talk on this. I never wanted to speak at all about none of this. I just happened to be listening to a content creator, and he started talking about the Masons and talking about the city structures in Bay Bay. That's really my talk. But I've been following Kanika's case on my own. But when that came up, I said, "Oh no, I can just not sit idly here. I
Okay.
gotta give y'all what I got on this." So that's what it was for me. So this right here is all for this little girl. And I don't even know how to, I don't know how, I don't even know how to express it or to communicate. If nobody understands me, I think it's a few of y'all on here that do. I think it's a few of y'all on here that know that my intentions are good and I want to help Kanika. I don't think it's some of y'all on here that have dealt with me long enough and know me enough through YouTube to say consistently that y'all know I care about Kanika and I want to help her with no strings attached. None, no, nothing attached. I will leave this platform like I never was here. I will leave this platform like I never came. All I want to do is help this girl. I don't want to make a name for myself through this case. At the point where I've talked on the internet so much that if I make my professional page and anyone hears me speak, they're gonna be like, "Damn, that's T Slay. Y'all been hearing me holler, cuss, and fuss for 6 damn years, 5 years at least. I can't even separate my voice from myself no more because they're gonna be like, oh, that because I'm gonna be famous. Y'all gonna hear my voice. Y'all gonna be like, I believe that's T Slay." He said, "My practical." You know what, baby? Thank you, Samson. I try to be practical. I try to be practical. I try to be logical. I try to be analytical. I try to frame things up for people to understand them. I'm a teacher to the heart, to the core of me. No matter what job I'm in a management position role, and I'm always training somebody. Even when I ain't doing nothing, I'm training somebody. I stay in a teaching mode no matter what I'm doing. You ask me any question, I'd be like, oh, let me show you. And I get super excited about helping people. You ask me for something, like, how do you make this salmon? No, let me show you. Get these ingredients. I'm not finna just do nothing for you. I want to show you and help you do it. You don't need to need me. Don't need me for nothing. My goal as a mother, my goal as a girlfriend, a sister, a sibling, anything. I don't want you to need me for anything. Whatever you say I got good about me, let me give it to you. Let me show it to you. So if something were to ever happen to me, you'll be just fine. You might miss me, but you ain't gonna damn need me. And that's how I like to operate. I want to leave people ready for whatever. I don't need you to need me to do nothing. Because I feel like if you got some kind of information and knowledge and you pass it on, it's like if you like you at a company, right? And you want to train your whole department how to do something specifically. Some people will keep information to themselves because they want to feel important, right? Not me. Not me. I don't give a damn who I train. I will train you on my job when you ain't even got to do my job. And I'd be like, you know what? I'm just telling you this because if I'm ever gone one day and you need help with this deal or you want to close this deal or underwrite this deal, you'll know how to do it and you won't have to call me and you can still make your money because money for us can be $1,000 for one car being sold. So if you need me to underwrite a deal for you and I ain't at work, you missing $1,000. That's stupid. Get your paper, cuz. Get your money. Don't wait on me. Let me train you on that. Well, that's your job, but that's your money.
Right.
How you looking at it? That's your money. Do it for yourself. So that's what this is about for me. So all I want to do is I know I can't save Kanika. I know she's gone. I know she gone, y'all. It hurt. It hurt me so bad, but she is definitely gone. But what I can do is clear her name so they can stop saying she did it to herself and also make people aware of what's really going on. The real undercurrent of the city, of the government, of the police, everything that seems like everybody just so sold on what's being told on TV. I think people like to have people lie to them. I think some for the most, I'm being so honest, y'all. Sometimes it's better to not know shit. You sleep better at night when you think the government cares about you. If you knew elections were rigged, you wouldn't want to vote. If you knew this, you wouldn't want to do that. You have so much stuff on your mind that sometimes ignorance is blissful. Sometimes it's better to not know. But it ain't like that for the kid. Me not knowing would drive me crazy. I don't care what the terms are. Let me know what I'm dealing with, whether I can fight it or not. I don't even go to sleep when it's raining outside. But if it's a tornado coming my way, bro, I'm up all night. And I always tell everybody, a tornado might kill me, but it won't sneak up on me. I'ma know that motherfucker coming for me, and I'm gonna be very much aware that it's here. I don't sleep on nothing, bro. I don't like not knowing. So that's why I be fighting and going so hard because I don't like how they did this girl, and I don't like how people playing with this girl's name, and I don't like how we don't know what went on. That's why we're doing this right
Mm-hmm.
now.
Fast.
I
Fast. I'm
appreciate
listening
that.
to exactly
And
what they
Wander
saying.
and Wanderer, I don't think I've ever seen Wanderer's name, but I really appreciate what they just said. I can say I learned a lot about the deeper
That's
things
a
that were
fact,
really going
man.
on from you. Man, y'all gonna make my little crybaby ass cry. Thank you, I appreciate that.
That's exactly what the Bible said. Bible said. Yep.
As you increase your knowledge, you increase your
Yeah.
sorrow. Boy, that's a shame. Cause that's some
Yeah.
real right there. That's the realest thing ever. Cause you
Yeah.
cause you cause you worry, you start to worry. You when you connect yourself with when you stop being selfish and become selfless, you'll connect with a lot more of what's going on around you. And you'll realize that everything is way bigger than you. But when you open yourself up the same
Okay.
way, guess how the blessings come? They come the same way. If you open yourself up to different
Yeah,
channels to
well,
help other people,
yeah, yeah,
when it's time for it
yeah.
to flow back to you, guess what it do? It come right back to you. So if you help 50 people in a course of a month, you will turn around and some kind of way 50 people will come help you too. It happens to me all the time. And I'm like, dang, look at what happened to me. I'm supposed to be like, look at how many people you help, sis. And I'm like, who I helped this time? Because I don't even process the stuff I do. You can't keep account of
Yeah,
your
that's
good
right.
deeds.
No, you can't. You need to be keep going and to the point where you live in life that you don't even know when you doing good. You just keep going. You doing everything God tell you. Then when God show you back over your life, you'll realize how much you did that
Got
He
it.
told you to do. That He showed you that look, I was there. I don't want to told you to do this. I don't want to led you through this. I don't want, you know what I mean. And that's what we, you know what I mean.
right? And Samson said it's rarely the person that you help that help you. Sometimes if you fortunate enough to
Yes.
see it come back, it may come back. But the way everything works, it don't even have to come back through that one person.
Yeah.
People do. Go ahead,
Go
baby.
ahead, sis.
No, no,
I'm
you go ahead.
thinking
Go
the
ahead.
same thing. I'm thinking the same thing what you saying, sis. Some people seem they too selfish. They think it has to come back to the bro, but I helped you. I say, bro, but that don't you just gotta wait to see what God wanna do. See what God wanna do. You keep thinking this what somebody like God had have you do something for somebody, but it don't mean that God ain't gonna do nothing for you, but God might have already did something for you to do something for some. And you sometimes people thinking when you doing something, you doing something first. I tell people all the time, I say you standing because God created ground for you to stand on. You what would you do? You'll be falling forever. You'll be you know what I mean. What would you do without Him creating? You know what I mean. Without acknowledging Him for anything you're able to do. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, so what? So
Go ahead.
again, so I definitely want to do what Samson said. That'll be really a change of pace for us. We talked about that in the past. We'll definitely do that because I'm real deep off into
Wow.
my Bible. Very deep off into the Bible. Very well versed with the Bible. So yeah, that's my talk too. But what I'm really hoping is that somebody will benefit. Someone will benefit from what we're doing right now. I don't know who that someone can be. It could just be someone listen to the channel and then say, you know what? I remember they were talking about doing the Freedom of Information Act request to request information from the government about something that took place and we can figure this out. And it could be anything, y'all. It doesn't matter what it is. Just pick up something. Something.
Yes. So I
Mm-hmm.
would like you to cover that Shanquilla Robinson case, man. I think people left her for dead, like left her case for dead, but people want to know. I think people was want to know about that case, man.
Shaquilla Robinson is a very deep case, and it's another
Yeah.
case that I got a problem with. Her name is Alexis Ware. Nobody don't really talk about her a lot.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. That's definitely another one I
That's
want
the
to get.
case. And Brock
Yeah.
said, "How long you been live? T wait for you all day. We been live for going on 3 hours, broski. We been
Yeah.
yeah. What? Let me see. Yeah, 2 hours and
Two
like
and a half
15 minutes.
hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. Getting the one plans to see another one waters it. Yeah, but yeah, it's the Lord who gives the increase. That's right. Nobody can take credit for the increase but God. You
Look.
see what I'm saying?
Is Samson working on a wrench?
Yeah, you gotta get Samson rich.
I gotta wrench him up because he gotta be on here when we do the
Yeah.
Bible session. I gotta
Hey,
wrench you
bro,
up. Sam, you've been dropping some jewels, baby.
bro, what you gotta do is you gotta like click your bell off and then re-click it back on. Sometimes the notifications do that.
And also, Brock, they probably hating on me right now. Maybe they're hating on me. What I'm gonna do, guys, because most of the time when I go live, when we go live, I just jump on and don't say nothing. I don't be preparing y'all for the live. But I don't. One thing I don't want to do to y'all is tell y'all I'm coming up and anything happens and I don't meet my deadline because I do not like people doing that to me, like telling me that something's gonna happen because I'll set aside or delegate time for something and then it doesn't happen. And I'm like, damn, I set aside this, and this to do this. So I don't want to do that to y'all, but I think I'm gonna at least start giving y'all at least an hour or 2 hour heads up. And let me say this: if you look at the notification and you start seeing notification time change, don't get upset with me. It's just that I'm not ready at that time, but I want to give y'all a heads up because I know when you tell people you're going live and people know for a
Mhm.
couple of hours, they be ready. What's going on, Nene baby? That they be ready to come up. Oh shit, you don't hear me, bro?
I can hear you. What up, Nene? You can't hear us,
Oh,
Nene?
Nene said, yo, she said, hold on, y'all. I don't know why I keep talking. Like, give me 1 second,
I
guys.
hear you. Yeah, go ahead. Nene, you don't hear us talking? Nene. Yeah, she might not hear us. Cole Pester, you hear her? Oh, she hears us now. Okay, cool. Yeah, we dang, you gonna have to go back, Nene. All the stuff we just went through, man. You went through a lot of stuff. It's a lot. This is a good life. Go back, especially if you've been following along in the series. That's another thing. The way sis broke these series up, you know what I mean, and just going through every one and taking it, you know,
Yeah, cause
yeah,
what I want to
definitely,
do,
sis.
huh? You said what, baby?
You know, to
Can
play
you hear
the
me,
love,
bro?
yeah. Yeah, we hear you, sis.
Okay, I didn't know you could
Yeah.
hear me. Okay, so what I want to do, guys, I'm gonna go to the wall, and I'm gonna put
Mm-hmm.
a thumbnail for every part of the. We're gonna wrap it up, bro. For every
Yeah, do
part of the
that, sis.
series that we've done, I'm gonna do a thumbnail for everyone, because that way, if something happens to where I end up having to make the videos private because there's some weird, really weird, creepy shit going on in the YouTube streets right now that I just don't even want to deal with, you guys can let me know. I'm gonna put every thumbnail for every one of these series on it. You'll see part one, Dr. Oz, part two, Irene's Live, part three, this,
Yes.
and then and underneath each of the thumbnails, I'm gonna tell you the key points of what that live was supposed to be teaching. And then if you
Yeah.
guys need to go to the wall and say, Slay, can you release Irene's part? Because I'm gonna look at Irene's part. I go in, I release Irene's part until you're done with it. You could be like, all right, you can let it go again. I do not want to do that, guys. But what I do not want to do, what I don't want to do, is I don't want to help someone that's extremely ungrateful with a rancid spirit, sick, just disgusting human being, just like some just deplorable person. I do not want to be of any assistance to anybody with that kind of spirit. I just can't do that. And this person has been benefiting off this channel, and I do not like it, because they've been making money off of this channel, and I do not like that, because I don't accept money off this damn channel. Then nobody need to be getting no money off this channel, and I don't like that at all, because this ain't been about no profit, none. And I'm an artist, y'all. I do clothes, t-shirts, apparel, glasses, car decals, windows, tile, floors, etching, sublimation, fucking vinyl. You name it, I do it all. And I do that. That's my business. So I make money off of what I'm doing right now with these digital designs and stuff. I literally sell my designs, digitally sell them, or I can press them and print them up. So what I'm doing right now, I'm using what I was blessed with to use what I have to present to you guys as a gift to give y'all the truth about what happened to this baby. I haven't accepted anything from anyone other than the bad stuff that come at me. But then there's people that really do appreciate what we're doing over here. They appreciate everything. There's people that's been rocking, like I can say Cold Pepsi. Like it's a couple of y'all that have been rocking with me so hard. Y'all have never judged me. Y'all never said, oh, she cussed too much, I don't want to listen to her. Y'all actually listen. Y'all get the message. Y'all getting the message from me. Y'all are feeling what I'm saying. And I know that at this juncture, it's making sense. So I
Mm-hmm.
appreciate everybody even listening to this, because at the end of the day, thank you, Carla. I appreciate you too, baby. At the end of the day, this is for her. If we can find out who else got hurt at this hotel, I will try to help them as well. But this has always been for Kanika, always has. I want people to stop saying it was two of her. I want people to stop saying Teresa wasn't her mother. I want people to
Mm-hmm.
stop saying that she wasn't real, that she's a witness protection, that she was with Zach, that Zach had something to do with her death. It's so many crazy spins to this story. They have absolutely no evidence to say any of the shit they're saying, but they're saying it with their chest, y'all. And that's so fucked up to me. To me, that's horrible. You beating on your chest like you King Kong and you sound stupid as hell.
Mm-hmm.
But that's how your mind works, though. Listen to some what the people speak, and you'll hear what's in their heart, and you'll see how their mind work. It's some y'all know some twisted ass people sitting behind these computers.
Fact.
Twisted people sitting behind these computers, typing
The
their ass
most,
off.
the most pedophiles, everything, because they can blend in with everybody on here. Because it's just
Sis,
usernames and all kinds of stuff like that.
sis,
Like,
I got people stalking me right now because
mm-hmm.
of this case. Hear what I'm telling y'all. I got people stalking me right now because of this case, I had to turn off my social medias because I don't know how far these bitches willing to go to bother me.
That's terrible.
And I got business to handle. I got birthday people with birthdays that look for my birthday post. I do poetry. People looking for me. And they looking for me and they can't find me because of this case. And these weird ass people surrounding this case. But I'm not taking no losses though, y'all. I ain't taking no losses. Don't think that. I'm just telling y'all it's an inconvenience. It's an inconvenience. It's some weird people, y'all. But baby, when it's over with, I'm gonna flip this motherfucking camera around and show y'all my motherfucking face. And we gonna end all of this. We can end all of this. Who the fuck is T Slay? Oh, we're gonna let everybody know who T Slay is. But for now, just know I'm safe. Just know that nothing he says is really bothering me because he doesn't know who I am. He cannot find me. I don't know what you could probably want to hop on a plane and come to Atlanta to look for me. I don't know what the fuck you got going on with you. But it's really disturbing that you're going to such lengths to locate me. What are your plans? When you find me, are you gonna come and stalk me? You're gonna come in my window? What are you gonna do when you get to me? This is some twisted shit, y'all. Never heard of it. I'm so glad my kids don't know what be going on this computer. They would have told me to get the hell off this computer and don't even do this no more before they get into some trouble. I got a son that's a hacker. I got a hacker for a son. Does he hack professionally? No, he's just smart as hell. He can IP locate your ass real quick. But why would I want to IP locate somebody? I'm not going to see nobody. I'm not finna make no trip to go see nobody. I'm not finna do that weird ass shit. I pop all this shit online. I'm not looking for nobody. I be running from people, not running to people. I be ducking and dodging people. I don't run in nobody's arms. So just know that this case brings out a lot of ugly out of people, but it also has bring out a lot of love too. It's a lot of people with good hearts that has seen this case through as if this girl was their own child. And I've witnessed that so many times. It's some really beautiful people that I've met while I was covering this case, and I wouldn't change that for nothing. It's mamas and daddies who really love this girl like they love their own kids. So they could stop saying black folk don't love their kids because we love this little girl as if she was our own. They could stop saying that shit. But that's definitely not true. Not about black people. No, no, no. I'm sorry. But guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. Bro gotta go to work in the morning. I gotta get up and do some early morning designs in the morning myself. And yeah, I feel good. I feel really good because I'm able to hear myself talk through this. I feel good when people ask me questions when they don't understand what the hell I'm talking about. It makes me feel good when you ask me stuff so that I can re-explain it, because even when I re-explain it, it resonates with me more. So it's just like we bouncing. And we know what's going on with the case, but I've learned so much from Fred. I've learned so much from Bro that you don't even know. He didn't even join the case when I joined the case. He's learning stuff all the time. But while he's talking through his little he got a methodical way of bringing stuff together, and I'm listening to him like, dang, you're right. I'm gonna have to start writing shit down in a minute because I'm gonna start forgetting the stuff he's telling me because he's been telling me so much stuff. I gotta write this stuff down because I be in a zone trying to explain stuff. The good part about him is he balances everything out for me. When I say he balances everything out, y'all, he really balances stuff out. You see how he is. I'm high strung. He calm. I cuss. He don't. I talk fast. He's a little bit more methodical. I'm excited. He's relaxed. It's a good blend. And I know you guys have told me that y'all appreciate the balance that we have over here. And I appreciate being here, and I appreciate y'all giving us y'all ear. I appreciate y'all caring about this baby enough. I just appreciate this, y'all. Yeah, you're right, Cole Peps. I ain't never been caught up in it though, Cole Peps. I never let this stuff bother me. Like, it didn't matter to me what happened. If I had a problem with somebody on a channel, I just bounce. I just go. I just leave. I don't have an issue with bouncing. My cutoff game something serious, baby. I will cut your ass off like I was never there. You will be like, damn, yeah, I will leave like I was never there, and it ain't no problem for me. So I normally don't have no residual stuff going on with me. I just walk away. But yeah, but anyway, guys, when we resume, We're gonna be resuming back with Maya. Shamaya is the fifth installment of the Where the Party at series.
And we're
So we'll be
watching it.
back. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all, I appreciate y'all again. It's getting late. I know what coast y'all on. I know some people on different coasts, but I appreciate y'all for being here. I thank y'all for listening. And I'll do better with the notifications so you guys can at least see that we're going live and have time to be able to join it. And I would appreciate that, guys. So y'all, anything else y'all got? Brother, you want to say something before we wrap this thing up, boo?
P.O.P.
POP, hold it down.
Yeah.